You
Hello.
know it. We don't want it. Welcome to Dice Scum Live, where we're going to cover something that, honestly, it's gonna be one hell of a fight. The name's Adam.
Hi, how are you doing this evening, y'all? My name is Big Cinnabar. How are you feeling tonight? Are you ready to go on an adventure? A real
I am
cluster funk of an adventure?
I am Tech Priest, and I do not want to be here. I
And
really don't.
I'm Imsit, and yes, we are finally going after what is one of the 3 worst RPGs of all time.
I can't really say that because there's been 30
It's
years
not.
in Apocalypse World.
You're right.
I think is worse.
Yeah. What
There's
used to
worse.
be one of the 3.
It's still pretty
Look.
bad. It's still up there.
Listen,
In terms
listen,
of games
it's
that
like
are actually
Baldur's-
games.
It's like Baldur's Gate with the Dead 3.
I would say this is kind of like Uwe Boll's House of the Dead.
No. This is like the new what's the fucking movie? The one that's
Oh, Francis Ford
Megalopolis.
Coppola's newest failure
Yeah.
since Jack.
Yeah. Like that's what this is. This is a testament to the art of making an RPG. It's just that this is done by one man who's fucking crazy. And while I would love to have him run a game of this for me, anyone else trying to go through this will have a bad time. Like, I'm pretty sure if you sat down with Francis Ford Coppola and, like, he walked you through his director's vision in Megapolis, you'd be really impressed. But if you're watching it on your own, you have no idea what the fuck this man was thinking.
Hey, by the way, what genre is this?
So,
Trans-genre gaming.
Yes, welcome to the World of Synnibarr, the ultimate in trans-genre gaming. Created by Raven C.S. McCracken and written with Bryce Thelen, who did a lot of the editing. We're covering 2nd edition because most scans for 1st edition are very low quality. Because it's kind of clear that this book was not exactly the most popular, so it didn't really make it that far.
Remember when I said that this is one man's passion project? That man is Raven McCracken. I don't know if that's his real name, and I want to believe that is in fact his real name.
He changed his name to it, if I remember right.
More like
Yes.
Raven's been smoking the crack.
This is Lynch's Dune. No, this is Jodorowsky's Dune if it actually came out.
Yeah.
Lynch's Dune is a movie that David Lynch did not want to make and was never happy with.
This is which, if you want to see Jodorowsky's Dune, read Metabarons. It's a wonderfully crazy comic.
Angela Arroyo is asking, did a Malkavian make this from the way that you make it sound? Not quite.
No. There's another RPG made by a Malkavian. It's called Hybrid.
It's either Hybrid or Time Cube.
So the cover is very fascinating because you have a dragon blasting fire at a mutant, because that's what they're called, on a futuristic speeder bike with a lady mage using her psionic powers to deflect it. This sounds really cool.
Also, I do need to look at that rack. Those nipples are piercing.
This is
like
Art
legitimately
Deco and
like the
style.
way it looks. They look like fucking daggers out of a Rob Liefeld comic.
It's because this is done in futurism, and I kind of really like this cover.
The cover is unique. If you saw this in your local game store, you'd pick this up.
It's how it got most of its sales.
When it comes to the whole trans-genre gaming and all that too, I have to wonder how much of an inspiration GURPS was to this man, because this came out mid-'80s.
This came out before
No shit.
GURPS. Basically what happened was Raven really wanted to make a game that was usable in any situation. Do you want to play sword and sorcery similar to just standard dungeon delves? It could do it. Do you want to play a high fantasy take on superheroics? You can do that. Do you want to do something else like a science fiction shadow punk, cyberpunk sort of take? You can do that. That's the problem.
Something tells me GURPS won out in the end on this one.
Not really.
Well, because
we started this in 1981.
Well, because here's the thing. With GURPS, they at least made different settings. All of what Adam said takes place in the same setting.
That's not the big problem. The big problem is he wanted to include all of these mechanics, and you will see them. How far we get into this book, I don't know. To quote a certain Rick, it's so dense, every single page is packed, and I am not kidding.
I mean, you're making it sound like there's going to be a superhero that shows up in a high fantasy setting almost, or something like that. I'm not
Oh
going to be
no,
that crazy,
there's
are they?
mechanics for that.
Yeah.
There's mechanics for basically everything in this. And
So
on the one hand,
look at
and
the
to
table
point
of
out how
contents. You have
big it
4
is,
methods for character creation.
we have 467 pages.
And
it's 467 pages.
and unlike the Alien
And-
RPG books we've covered, no, this is crammed. This is dense. It's so dense
This
it
isn't
uses 3
art
column
every
style
page.
editing.
This is 3 columns in a page. This is good old Ars Magica formatting. And
Also-
Adam, I'm black and I don't know literature. What does 3 columns mean?
So traditionally in books, you can do them in one of 2 ways. You can do 1 column, which usually bloats page size, but it allows for readability and visuals. Harry Potter's been guilty of this. Two, it allows you to get more text on a page without overwhelming the eye. This is usually the default setting for textbooks, RPG books, just in general. It's a good compromise. 3 is when you need to cram as much as humanly possible into one space. And it can be very tiring on the eyes.
This book is...
There's not a lot of
art. I want
art.
to say this.
There's a lot of tables, not a lot of art.
This book is so old, there is an attention computer users. If you have access to the internet, send us mail at Synnibarr request
Eskimo.com. Jesus.
How
Donate
That's
money.
how old this is.
Donate money, or even
I
a
am
Mando
Gen Z.
typewriter.
What does Eskimo.com mean?
That's a defunct website.
That's older than me. It's defunct. It's been defunct for decades.
Let's see if it still works.
While you do that, I am going... Here's also... This book is so dense. There's the table of contents, and then there's a table of tables.
Oh, are we playing BattleTech all of a sudden?
List of tables. And look at all of the... Look, it goes on.
And by the way, these are listed in alphabetical order.
Not by
in
number.
order that they appear, or by number.
Which can be helpful. I can understand the logic for this.
I understand the logic, but it's like... But why?
But it's even worse because look at how Mage Warriors work. Mage Warrior spells 15th, then 5th, then 1st, then 4th, because they went full alphabetical rather than
40th
just
level. 40th level, not 4th.
because that has actually ahead of it. 40th is before 4th. Alphabetically.
There's a table for hair color.
Yes, there is.
Next to the god power from worshippers and the gravity kinetic warp ranges. What the actual fuck?
Synnibarr.
Synnibarr is...
I have a soft spot for this book.
I have a soft spot for Raven CS McCracken because this is one man's love letter to a medium. And I hate to say like anything bad about that when it's like this. There's passion in this. This is genuinely. He thinks this is amazing. And I don't want to tell him that it's not because it kind of is.
In film form, the best way to describe it is Ed Wood when he started out.
No,
passion or autism. You be the judge.
This is Freddy Got Fingered. The blank check movie.
Because that was done just to try to avoid making the movie.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some
He
sausages?
legitimately tried to make it so that the film was unreleasable.
Daddy, would you like some Synnibarr? Daddy, would you like some Synnibarrs?
I'll be frank. I wish you would have.
So for 12 years, when I began writing the World of Synnibarr, there were relatively few games on the market, and he is not wrong. At that time period, because this was in '81 when he started, you had Glorantha very early on.
You had RuneQuest. You had
D&D.
Call of Cthulhu just coming out. You had Dungeons and Dragons. You had Tunnels and Trolls. You had Traveler.
And
I don't think you even had Rollmaster at this point.
You didn't.
You didn't. I think you didn't have Rollmaster.
You did not have that.
You did have Star.
You didn't even know. The Star Trek game wasn't released yet. The board game was.
Ah.
The first FASA project where it was ship combat was.
Oh, you also had was it
Maybe Ringworld?
Moonbase Alpha?
Moonbase
Moonbase
Alpha.
Alpha, I think, yeah.
Moonbase
Wait, no,
Alpha, and
that's a video game. That's fit.
they made a tabletop game for it though, I think.
Well, Gamma World. That's what it was.
Gamma World.
Gamma
Yes,
World.
that was it. Gamma World.
Yeah, Gamma World first and second edition, I think. That's it.
So
This
there is
is
a
in-
world out here where this became the RPG, surpassing Dungeons and Dragons, to the point where we probably are complaining about how World of Synnibarr 5th edition has gone completely woke and disgraced the wonderful, wacky setting in favor of being for a generalized audience.
But
and they have women in it.
With this in mind, you can at the very least understand that this is where it's coming from. This is very early in the design process for TTRPGs. And he knuckled through. He focused on this. Didn't really see any changes in the other guys because even when it first came out, congratulations. I mean, you had second edition D&D. You had more. I don't think Deadlands came out at this point yet, but
unfortunately, too, it should be mentioned he kind of damned himself as well too, because the one thing I do know is he socked like a motherfucker, and he was just going on the early internet shilling the fuck out of his book, and I think it's what kind of damned him, to be fair.
Yes, but I don't blame him.
What damned him is if you pick this thing up and you try to read it. The example adventure, we should read that out because I think that will sum up this game better than. Yes.
No.
He's actually changing his mind because less than 20 minutes ago he said, "No, we can't," because it was hurting him.
We need to start with page 1.
We need to start with page 1, and we need to start by explaining really quickly.
In the beginning, 800 million years ago, on a small planet, a mage was born. This mage was the most powerful mortal ever known. So powerful, he was granted godhood. His name was
Raven McCracken,
the god of hope and command.
So, just already off the bat, we're going into the cosmology, the meta cosmology, which that's a way you can do it, but it's usually not how you'd usually go for it.
He searched for Earth, created an avatar of his mortal likeness so as to not anger the other gods who already had worshippers. This avatar appeared to all who worshipped and who were good of heart. It healed wounds and diseases. Drew on the energy of worshippers to perform acts of power. A few years passed, and the avatar's worshippers grew in number. Also at this time, Artus himself was summoned by the father of all and learned that the gods had entered into war.
Yeah, you're just kind of assumed to know this.
You know, the powers of darkness, led by, was it Zarak Saran?
No, just the god of time. They don't give any names.
Okay. Threatened to destroy the universe from the dread dimension of Shadarkim.
Which has a note. Shadarkim is the birth dimension of the gods. Only veteran Nellerberg power works there. What's that? Fuck you. I don't know. The gods become mortals whenever they are in this realm, and no normal mortal could survive there because the dimension drains all forces, including the life force, except for god power and veteran Nalenbarong. I don't even know what I just read.
They then pulled all their powers, trapping the god of time, themselves and their enemies, in a temporal suspension that spanned the entire dimension of Shadarkim. But because of this event, demigods and goddesses were forced to keep the universe running until, if ever, their elders returned. This enormous undertaking meant that it was just too much for them and created a centiverse, causing suns to go nova, destroying all the planets around them.
And
within the vast core of the universe, the greatest scientists had discovered the stellar storm and were plotting its future course. Earth received the message 5 years after the avatar of Artus had been found in the Amazon jungle.
So, yeah, and he was acknowledged as God because he was a force of good. The avatar replied, "I do not have the power to teleport everyone on this planet across vast distances to another inhabitable world, because Earth was going to be destroyed. So I will build you a ship instead," which, if you've ever seen there used to be an old idea where what happens is the solution to Warhammer 40k was to move Earth out of the galaxy and the ship moves. I think this might have been borrowed from this.
That was a TG thread idea where it's like, how do we get out of the universe? And someone's like, all right, It's time to make the greatest generation ship possible. It's insane.
You say that, but this is the book that does this too.
So again, I want to understand this. So gods and wizards exist.
Fair enough.
Gods fought the god of time and created a dimension to trap the god of time and all the evil gods in.
I
and
personally
themselves.
wouldn't
Like
include
Cronus.
this here, but you could do that later.
The gods then decided, the demigods decided to make something to keep
Basically,
the
the
world
creative
running.
forces of reality are dormant and/or trapped, which okay makes sense. They're
It
basically
caused the
picking up the
sun,
pieces.
caused the sun to go supernova.
Well, it's causing
Earth.
a lot. It's basically dying Earth. The
Yeah.
universe is dying.
Yes, and so Arceus's avatar says, "I can't transport the planet or people from this planet,
But I
so
can
I'll build a
hollow
ship."
out Mars and turn
Mars
it into
gets.
a spaceship.
I want you to say, Mars is hollowed out. Earth is put inside it,
It's put inside
Wait
the
a minute.
planet half its size.
and creating
No,
the
he
world
creates like a
ship
giant
Synnibarr
shell
after the
around
color
it.
of Mars.
No. You need to understand the way that I read this is that he takes Mars, right? And he takes the material of Mars.
Oh, he just
create-
transmuted it into the ship.
Yeah, it creates a hollowed and enlarged the sphere until it's a world ship double the size and volume to Earth.
Ah,
Oh, that's unfortunate. Donmun659 is going, oh, the one time I voluntarily try to find out how the hell this game has a third edition, Drive-Thru RPG is down for maintenance today. That
yes,
can't
it's down
bode
for
well.
maintenance until roughly 45 minutes from now.
so
It's because I linked to Synnibarr 3rd edition. Too many people bought it and it crashed the site.
the thing to power this massive, the massive engines is a hydrogen fusion generator.
Yes.
The city is called the Womb, for it holds the seeds of Earth. The Avatar then rested for 3 months. Then it decided to take 400 men and women and transform them into adventurers gifted with special powers and abilities, as well as teleporting all the animals to the new world. Each class, though, would be dependent on each other for survival.
So far, I can tell you that the cosmology could use a little bit of work, but you could work with this. Like for an 80s to 90s RPG, this is fine. Should not be in the front like this. It should probably be in a segment on religion.
So it enclosed the world ship in a werestorm to protect it during its initial takeoff and flight.
Not explaining what a werestorm is, but that's fine.
It then transported the rest of humanity, after 3 months, onto the world ship and implanted a suggestion in their mind to force them to work in harmony and survive.
So
then the Avatar went to sleep for 30,000 years.
So basically, it's the Hypnotoad and enslaved
By
all
the
of
time
humanity.
Synnibarr was finished and ready to take off, the stellar storm was 2 months away. But before Synnibarr could depart, a child was born whose heart was as black as hell itself. It was born a mutant.
Yeah, there's mutants.
After she was born, she aged to adulthood in 15 minutes. She appeared to be drawn on unknown reasons to the fusion reactor. Once in contact with it, she attempted to draw and contain its power, but this proved too much, and this forestalled the launch of the Synnibarr. Why the fuck you had a birthing ward right next to a reactor, I don't know.
No, the idea is she's like an Omega level mutant, like super reality war. She got there.
She
would just get there.
Right in.
So the Great Reactor was severely damaged. It leaked deadly radiation and killed every seed within it, except for 1,500 humans near the Antarctic tunnel entrance.
What?
Essentially, the reactor went critical, malfunction, killed the internal world setting, and I think they live on the shell of the world ship. I could be wrong.
They were, however, protected by Steel Breeze,
Another
the mutant with invulnerability and super speed.
This is where I mentioned the superhero element, because there's a sort of Chris Claremont energy to this section.
He braved the deadly radiation, fought off several mutated monsters, until he finally got to the reactor with time remaining.
The central computer core, though, had been blown up.
There he repaired the damaged reactor with time. So I guess he also had a PhD. And
one engine was damaged.
Steel Breeze nuclear physicist in spare time.
The journey would take at least 45,000 years. Steelbeast nevertheless started the drive and piloted the warship out of harm's way. As Synnibarr crawled through space, she was bombarded with various types of radiation. As a result, a small amount of gamma radiation was released and mingled with the radiations emitted by the damaged drives and the power plants within Synnibarr. As we all know, it caused the creation of Drake-type creature, the Paradrake.
I love this story so much.
This creature was discovered by an alchemist whose name was only known to his greatest creations, Lord Midnight and the 72-headed chameleon Hydra.
That's a bad Harry Potter fanfiction title right there.
This alchemist created... No, Lord Midnight is one of his creations.
Yes.
Ah.
When he finished his last two projects, he found that the family of Hydras were made all too well. They had learned that he was not overwhelmingly powerful after all, that inside he was actually quite weak. So they killed him and took his shit.
They took his books of knowledge, all those skill books.
Yes.
No, I
created the
kinda
other
like where
Hydras
this is
to
going,
give him
though.
knowledge. Then it had an order for 26,000 years before the Great Rebellion of the Drakes. After this came the purging
The
of
massacre.
20 million innocent humans. After the rebellion, the force of
Where
terror
are these
could
fucking
annihilate,
humans coming from, man? How is there 20 billion now?
Well,
and the conflict
26,000
continues
years.
today.
Well, it has been
Fair enough.
45,000 years. Come on.
There have been 6 attempts to conquer Synnibarr, 2 by alien races, 3 by dark lords and great evil powers, and 1 by a group of evil mages and alchemists who founded the Forbidden
The
City.
Forbidden City.
Which is, yes, forbidden
By the way,
to you.
By the way, for those that cannot read this or are not able to read this at the moment, Dark Lord is capitalized, and so it is alchemists.
Yes, they are.
But
Because
for whatever reason, evil mages is not.
well, because the Dark Lord is both a title and a species, as are alchemists.
I'm just gonna say it,
Oh,
man.
I
hold on.
love this already.
Hold on.
It's pretty.
After her long voyage, Synnibarr entered orbit around the planet of peace. Shalom.
Yeah.
Ah.
The Jews are in control of the universe.
For she has remained without incident for 5,000 years.
Except
By
for
the
the
way,
genetic
within the last-
plague.
Yes,
yeah, but that was within the last 18,000, so not within the last 5,000. Okay.
It severely affected the intellects of its victims, reducing their intelligence levels to grossly subnormal and nearly destroying all of civilization. However, the dwarves and a few other races have managed to preserve their archives.
Yeah, the dwarves exist here. Again,
The dwarves just spawned in.
Yes. And so this world exists, with adventure waiting in every valley. Lost cities are scattered throughout the jungles, and hidden civilizations thrive, just waiting to be discovered and explored.
You know,
we then get a good chronology of the events.
I kind of
So
the
again,
chronology is absolutely
year
insane.
0 to 10 in the year of our Synnibarr.
Well, no, they reset it.
Humanity
they reset
is
it when they reached
dropped
Shalom.
to a population of 2,900. Giants end up getting discovered 2 years later. Paradrakes.
When they're discovering other continents, then there's paradrakes that are discovered.
Yep.
Yeah, the giants are always there.
So somehow within, I guess, what would it be, 22 years? Somehow, I guess people are now just discovered alchemy. From the year 100, the Elokasine attempt to colonize the world ship, and the struggle lasts 100 years. The population is reduced by 60%, given that it's been, 1,500 survivors, or that much. Humanity is well, actually, no, here's the fucking problem, is because the next thing that comes up is
Era of Peace.
In which somehow, from a 1,300-year period, the population of the world increases to 10 billion.
Well, yeah, because of resettling.
That doesn't make sense, though.
Either pregnancy or the gestation
if you
period
watch Gundam, though.
is 1 week.
No, you don't understand. It makes sense if you watch Gundam, because that's how quickly... It's even quicker in Gundam, where you can lose like 5 billion people and the population replenishes in 10 years, dude.
Listen, Gundam is not an accurate...
What are you
unless
talking
those
about?
like
The universal century makes perfect sense. Ignore the
Uh,
giant
cl-
Mars cannon.
it's now a good point to mention. This is how they advertise the sex simulations they got going on in this game too.
But
How
no,
quickly it can repopulate population centers.
So hold on. Next up is the Age of Decay.
the first
Which-
Age of Decay.
No, just the Age of Decay, which
population
according to
reduced by 80%.
yeah, according to this, it only happened in 1 year because there's attempt
Does
by the
anybody
god Burial to spoil Ardias's creation. Then
Does
we
anybody else
have
think
the.
They
Sorry.
still
I was about
don't
to
explain
say,
what.
don't you
sorry.
think? I was just about to say, don't you? It's kind of a little fucked up that we're in a world that both Dollar Store Sauron and the Dollar Store and Covenant can also exist in the same fucking universe, and they're just a thing that
Alright.
we have to fucking deal with.
You want to
in
get
this shit
even
universe.
funnier. All right. So, by the way, after that 80% reduction, it takes only 4,000 years to get up to 16 billion until the zombie virus is created. And about 50 years later, the world population is reduced to 3 million. Gee, I
look-
wonder why.
Look,
Well, it's not
check.
just the zombie virus, but remember, aliens also invade as the zombie threat begins.
Which ends up by the year 5,999, population is 600,000.
They establish, of course, a police force and a city again. Then, over 300 years, the Forbidden City is made, and the one-day war is waged.
Was the population
Then-
slaughtered down to
hold
like
on.
50 guys?
Well, no. Next, in the year 6,302, the little ship nearly collides with a comet, and as we all know, many historical records and most of civilization are destroyed. Only
the city of
Terra and the Forbidden stand. Population is 38,000 on the surface, 5 million inside. The Year of Hope in 701.
I mean, in fairness, with magic and super science, I could believe you could survive a comet. I mean, that basically
alright.
be the equivalent of...
Ardias returns and enchants Synnibarr so that she'll be undetectable to aliens.
Age of Iridius.
Why
happens
didn't you
for about
do that
2,000
earlier?
years.
He was
He
asleep.
They
forgot.
didn't think they needed.
Then
He
Lord,
forgot, okay?
then
He was kinda
Lord
busy.
Midnight, Emperor of the Hydra and Drake Alliance, demands and receives a seat on the Terra Council. Mutant drakes come into being.
Yeah, you can run into normal dragons, or you
For
can
the
run
next
into mutants.
15,000 years, the purging begins and 20 million die. Holy shit, that is a slow purging.
How is that even a purging? That's over 15,000 years. You killed 20 million people. This is like... All right, let's do the math. Okay, genuinely, how many people are dying a year
So
here?
15,000
Okay.
years, so remove about 1,000, so 2,200,000, 20,000 every 15 years.
I
It's
think
like a
it's
couple hundred
1,000
guys each year.
About only 1,333 people are dying.
The Great Purge.
What?
So basically, this is roughly the equivalent of like...
Remember, in a year, local population was cut to 80%. 8 billion people died in a year because of the god for real.
Like, all right, are you telling me this is some horrible dictatorship or something? Because this is like...
Maybe it
This
was
is
the
the
purge to get
equivalent
rid
to
of
the
like...
Majoran bullshit.
Maybe it was the purge to get rid of the mutants or something.
Well,
This is...
well, that doesn't make sense because 26 years after the purge, the Weremen are created. Cirrus the Vampire Lord appears. Aquarians come to Terra, and both enter the conflict, and the alliance crumbles.
By the way,
But
the
then-
Alliance is the
Well,
United
no,
Drake
Drake
Federation.
Force. Otherwise, honestly, that seems like the Empire of the Worms friends.
I like the
I don't
direction this
know
is
what
going.
this-
This
the
is
Uni-
mentally
And
Yeah.
war
insane.
breaks
Yeah.
out between the Hydras and the Drakes.
I'm really
The
fucking
year
curious.
20
Terra is
7,000.
freed. It takes a decade, and by the way, we're back down to 300,000 people. So, what even... So, okay,
Numbers are just
what
a
even
suggestion.
is this?
Also, it appears that I'm given that the enchantment doesn't work because 27,015 years into the year of our Synnibarr, the Zapathians are contacted. They trade Star Trade technology for
For Pishisha Adremas.
Saisha Adremas. And the construction of the first Starship manufacturing center has begun. The first case of the plague virus
Plague
is detected.
virus.
Plague virus.
By the way, the Dark Age then comes after, and until the God returns, eradicates the plague, by the way, which permanently reduces victims' intelligence scores to 8 and below. So basically, idiocracy.
Do
How much
you
does this
think
actually
that
matter in the
The
gameplay? Jimmy's asking us.
All
None.
right, none of it. So is this some sort of
hold on.
bimbification thing?
Angel, I'm seeing here you said Empire of the Worm. This is from Glorantha. Empire of the Worm's Friends is a different thing. It involves dragons.
Basically,
not
dragons
demons.
are big dream monsters that like transcends time and space, and they're pretty chill usually.
Until the Dragon Kill War.
In fairness,
Now,
they did try to kill their dreams.
Do you think when Raven McCracken
the
wrote
Dragon
this
Kill
shit,
War-
this whole fucking timeline? Do you think,
Listen, we're already having one confusing setting. Let's not bring in Glorantha.
Also, NDR has commented that car crashes in real life kill thousands of times more than the amount of people that died in the purging. And that is correct.
I know. It's like,
wait.
Is this supposed
Jimmy,
to be some
how
sort
much of this matters to the actual gameplay? It does. It's on the test.
All right.
We have to know that in 201 ADA, the first starship is constructed.
No, it's the
colonization
Dark Age.
of Shalom begins.
Dark Age.
After Dark Age.
Okay, but before we go to that, I need to talk about this because this is the stupidest shit. So at the 01 after the Dark Age, the population is 3 million and 85% are plague victims.
It's the plague that makes you die. It reduces your intelligence scores
It is literally it is literally the bimbification virus.
Because at minimum damage, you're reduced to 8, and it's usually lower.
Again, it's the bimbification virus. That's the only way I can think of it.
Oh, no wonder population gets up so fast.
Do you think?
Right, the plague virus, the plague of viruses, the virus to install plagues. I think I've gotten infected already.
Do you think when Raven McCracken wrote this fucking setting, do you think he took any of this shit seriously?
Yes, he did.
Probably
not.
Completely.
Oh, he did? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, this isn't him joking.
You do not write 45,000 years of history and not take this shit seriously.
He was dead serious when he wrote this, and that makes it the greatest of all.
The other things to point out is that from the year 317 to 321 is the upheaval, and the People's Party is formed, so I'm assuming there's a populist revolt.
Communism was rediscovered.
It is disbanded in 330 ADA.
The adventurers are granted freedom. They were enslaved at one point.
No, they weren't enslaved.
No,
it was
they had to register.
It was they were required to register. So no, these aren't populists. These are just civil servants.
Predicted Marvel's Civil War early.
No. I realize
he wrote this before that.
The adventurers are just libertarians.
34 and 31 through 34 AD, war between the cave demons and the tree demons takes place. The trade routes are closed. Close the fucking ports!
The Boglodites attempt to conquer the world.
No, it's the Bioglodites.
No, we're calling them Boglodites.
I'm calling them Boglodites. Fuck you. It sounds better. Boglodites sounds way better.
How does that? I really want to focus on how does like a demon war affect trade routes in like this fucked up colony ship that has like plagues constantly.
Don't forget about
it. It has a hollow center too, so it's like it's triply fucked.
We also have the fact that from 404, that's when the last trace of plague is discovered and eradicated, and the dwarf library is found, until finally, where the current age is 500 ADA, in which the alchemists discover civilization before the Dark Age. Colonies are begun on Tarn and Kaltus. The total Synnibarr population is 13,800,500, with its 13,700,000 in the exterior and 145,000, which we are missing. Wrong. We are missing a portion of this population. In fact, there's apparently, if I'm reading this, more population than exists.
No, there's less.
What the fuck?
There's less.
I think
I'm
going crazy.
Well, remember they settled. Shalom.
They're below on. That's true.
All the Jews basically, as soon as they found Shalom,
the Jews went to Shalom.
They said, "No, we're out. We're gone."
Yeah,
all right.
It's just despite the evidence of this god existing, you still have just a old rabbi and his and his congregation just seething at this fact. It's like
55,000 years later.
Shalom was promised to us 55,000 years. We're building a new temple here, and we're ending the world. Fuck you.
I mean, wouldn't you, after the plague virus, the other virus, the 5 Dark Lords, the alien invasions? If you're wondering, basically, the entire point of this timeline, he came up with the setting first, I think. He wanted to explain why you can get a ray gun as well as have just a copper axe.
The other thing is, he does say how to use this book. You are required to read first this section and in the beginning. That is required.
We have to. That was required.
It is required reading.
It was on the test.
So yeah, we had to read this to you guys.
Note to referees: it uses all aspects of adventure gaming. It is a manual that gives the basics of creating characters with all their abilities, descriptions, provisions, and equipment, and how to create your own. See Chapter 11, Engineering.
Oh, that's where you make your own stuff.
Engineering descriptions of several cities and territories. We even created random star systems and a few aliens and their toys, accompanied by the rules for interstellar combat. Meant to mention the instructions for constructing starships.
Well, remember, in fairness, he made this when the Star Trek ship-to-ship combat game was really popular. Well, not popular,
by the way,
but out.
For the referee, or the fate, we have created all the rules needed to play the game with the accompanying charts and tables, and a special section gives them helpful hints on how to use the system. We have also included a lengthy sample adventure to familiarize players with almost every gaming situation that they may encounter.
And we're going to have to show this, because you're not going to understand it.
Hold on,
5 indexes.
Oh.
Yeah, I realized this with... I'm going to read this description from a book by Arduous, and I think I can understand why the planet is named Shalom. Some worlds are such a pain in the neck, others an ache in the heart, but a special few are the apple of fate's eye. Such a world is Synnibarr. Your duty is to defend the worldship. Let not temptation draw you down the path of greed and desire. Be the bastion of strength and power that you are. It is your duty to meet all challenges with heart, hope, courage, honesty, and honor, and a nice schmear.
By the way, Donmund actually has said, like I said, the idea that a planet called Shalom is canon to this game feels straight out of a Mel Brooks bit, and it does.
Jews in space.
Right.
Are you ready though? Because now we have to get to the glossary. Because this is why I'm like, we cannot cover this entire book, because it's been 40 minutes and we are on page, I don't even fucking
13.
know.
Well, I expect to do this at least in multiple parts. That's why I made a playlist and everything. I knew we weren't going to finish it.
Oh, yeah.
In which case,
we are going into fucking detail on this one because
it's entertaining. This book is entertaining.
So
first off, 1x day level. This is an abbreviation, which means it can be used one time during a 24-hour period for each level or number of levels designated.
For
example,
fairness,
3x day 2 levels means it can be done 3 times every 24 hours for every 2 levels the character has.
That, in fairness, this is borrowed from Dungeons and Dragons, and this was shorthand.
But it's
hold on,
tenths. It's shorthand.
Armor and damage resistance on Synnibarr are measured in tenths.
What?
For each tenth of protection, the number of life points of physical damage is divided by a factor of 10.
What?
For instance, 1/10 of protection against 10 LPD will result in only 1 point of damage being sustained from the attack. 3/10 allows up to 1,000 LPD to be taken before effectively receiving 1 LPD. Unless otherwise specified, tenths protect the victim against physical and energy damage only. Maximum damage resistance possible for characters on protected bodies is 4/10. Maximum of 4 additional tenths of protective armor can be worn for a total of 8/10 of max protection. Tenths are created by a power such as a ninja's chi invulnerability and be cancelled by the nullification of the power base. The natural tenths, such as those of a chameleon drake's body, cannot be nullified.
I don't know what the fuck you just read, and I'm already fascinated.
Advantage is a roll made for the beginning of a turn of combat to determine which character or monster will attack first. It is rolled on a 10-sided die to which a character's bonus is added. A character is said to have advantage if he rolled highest. The combatant with the highest advantage of all goes first.
That's initiative.
On attack segment 1. Okay, agility is
alchemy is the force within the Centiverse similar to technology, but more akin to magic. It is generated by different types of physical matter, gems, metals, and special organic substances such as mage tree bark, which has a small amount of latent magical power.
Fair enough. I mean, it's a wizard tree. I'm not going to question it.
They mentioned it earlier too, but they also got a whole section on ki too. So I'm assuming you can literally create Goku in this fucking setting.
I just realized they did strike ranks.
Yes, they did.
Like fucking. Okay, because that's what attack segments basically are. All right.
So
attacks
are the number of times they're able to strike at something.
All
Aura,
right.
personality.
BA, abbreviation for beam attack. BAD, beam attack dodge. BSC, biosynthesiborg. Bulk,
I like
high rolling advantage.
Base fate roll. This is a starting fate roll for characters. I like how, so we get the abbreviation, and then we have what a beam attack is, and a beam attack dodge, which, by the way, is 75% of the normal dodge score.
Because it has to be used when against an attack that's moving 250 miles per hour or faster. So, a gun.
You have to factor this in. Basically, yes, they factor in speed of projectiles in how they do
And then
combat.
a biosynthesiborg is a synthetic reproduction of a human being. They're organic electronic machines with incredible abilities. They can be played as characters.
Yes, they can.
The Centiverse is all the universes of all dimensions. The Centiverse contains of 100 dimensions, each of which has 100 subdimensions, and in addition, the elemental planes that separate them.
Yep, I hope you like multiverse, bitch!
Called Sigil.
All right, pause. Biggie, you're right the fuck back in, because guess what? We Dragon Ball up in this bitch.
Because key.
That's what I just said.
This is a form of life force generated only by living beings of an organic nature.
It binds us, penetrates us, and it's also influenced by midichlorians.
I thought you were going to say sodomizes
It binds us, it penetrates us, it gags us.
It is
ninjas, Amazons, and golden and scarlet tigers all possess this ability.
What the fuck are these tigers?
I don't know.
Oh, they're superheroes. You'll see.
By the way, Constitution, points that are spent by using most special abilities. Once spent, Constitution is regained by sleeping for 6 hours and eating a good meal, or by using various spells and natural substances. A character's Constitution score directly affects his metabolic shock roll.
Yes.
Oh, God.
That is the mechanic.
Damage.
And yes, you can heal your Constitution by smoking weed.
The units of damage are life points.
Life point damage.
It is subtracted from the life points. Damage can range from 1 point to 1 billion points, which reflects the wide range of possible attacks from the slap of a small child to several torpedoes launched from our favorite starship.
Because Synnibarr does have torpedoes to defend itself
Disintegration destroys matter and does not do a life point range and damage. This is like mega damage, but dumber.
Oh, no, instead it affects a certain number of pounds.
Oh, wait, death. When a character falls below 0 life points and is not helped by some manner of first aid or healing spell, he or she will be unconscious.
They go to the Shadow Realm.
And will continue to lose life at a rate of 200 life points at a rate of 200 per minute, even though you have 0 life. Oh, when you have -0, which.
Oh, I get what he did.
100 after 100 turns, the character is dead.
Life point is 1/100th of a HP. That's what he's doing.
Yes.
That doesn't sound convoluted at all.
Oh.
Well, he wants to be able to tell the difference between a child slapping you and getting blown up by a torpedo the size of fucking Dallas.
So
I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip through some
Earth power.
Let's go to EGs. Electrons and gravimetric
You don't want to read
suspension.
about magic, but it's not magic. It's life force from the basic.
1 EG is equal to 10,000 kilowatt hours. EGs are contained within magnetic bottles and made into clips or larger pods. One stored in EG will last for 1,000 years. The electrons are used as needed as long as high technology functions. If exposed for more than 6 hours to an area of high technology does not work, the magic containment bottle will erode and the electrons will dissipate.
There's also an eco score, which is intelligence plus wisdom. It's your measure of mental strength, and you need to know this to survive psychic shock.
Okay, wait. Hold on. So there's two different things here that I want to mention. The free sacrifice. When opponents attack and miss, the target of the attack receives a free sacrifice. This means the target character may make a sacrifice attempt without incurring a penalty for failure. I don't know what that means, because sacrifice is later on in the glossary.
Yep.
Also, karma. There are 2 types of karma. Good karma is earned when a character dies while attempting to save someone else or acting above the call of duty within the limits of a character's aura. Bad karma is earned when a character commits suicide or acts in direct opposition to his aura. This is a Catholic Synnibarr. Thank you very much.
But it affects
These
your
points
character.
affect the next character. So there's a legacy system built into this, I guess.
Donman, consider the fact that a single dagger deals 1d4 times 100 damage. That alone is more than enough to reaffirm that the way HP works in World of Synnibarr is deranged. No. Keep in mind, basically this was an attempt to do mega damage before Kevin Sembiata made anything involving mega damage.
Wasn't Rift started in the mid 80s?
Mid-8.
This came before then, though. He started this before that.
Hold on. Read energy.
Yeah,
any non-form of mystical energy, no matter how it is generated. This includes natural electricity, radiation, and lasers, which is just light.
Laser.
Electricity and light are the same thing. It's electromagnetic for a reason.
Energy can also be produced by other types of power. Some includes the mutation energy cocoon, the spell ball lightning, and the psi spell kinetics major photon.
But
Wait a minute.
Over
major
to
photon. Isn't that from a 90s Canadian television show?
So metabolic shock. Can we just keep moving because there's a lot here.
There's a lot.
No. We have god powers. This is a very
true. You need this if you want to go to the god dimension.
It is as powerful as Verdiant and Nerbal. However, the two powers cannot affect each other in any way. Though god power can dominate all forms of power, even pure psionics, it will not block or even hinder Verdiant and Nerbal. Likewise, VN cannot affect god power.
You also have the god roll, which is the last roll made when you're about to die. If the roll succeeds, the god intervenes and saves them.
So, magic. This is the control of energy and matter in all forms. It is managed by manipulating the energies that affect and control the functions of matter and energy as they exist.
Affect works here because it means that... Well, actually, no, it doesn't. Because affect is a way of pronunciation. It's your verbiage. It's your diction. It's the way you speak. Whoops.
Several elements cause each type of magical effect to function. The user's subconscious draws the power into the body with the help of specific hand gestures. These gestures also help in aiming the spell at the beginning of casting, and once it has been channeled into the body, it metabolizes there. Then the conscious mind processes
somatic components.
Yep. The higher level of the spell, the more words are thought and said. Some first level spells require only thought and gesture. For this reason, some spells drain Constitution spellcaster. But then we go into metabolic shock. This is when you go under electrocution, losing half their life points or half their current Constitution one check. You then roll percentile die. If the roll is more than the character's metabolic shock,
you get knocked out.
I don't hate the idea.
The idea isn't terrible, but this system is already not... This sounds like a fucking clusterfuck.
Especially since we don't know how the Constitution score works right now. For all we know, you could get knocked out by, taking 5 damage to your life points. We don't know.
Angel, this is not even Fallout's karma. This is mostly because
different.
Midnight Sunstone energy. This one is pure psionics. This power is generated by Midnight Sunstone. It manifests itself as a blue-black beam with a pure white light at its core.
Return to Synnibarr.
It is similar to VN in the state that a victim only has a base fate roll of 10% and no higher.
What the hell's a fate roll again?
I don't know.
Oh, fate roll. Roll on percentile dice. This represents the chance of changing an unfavorable situation to a favorable one. Whenever something that is about to happen to a character that you do not want to have happen, you can choose to make a fate roll. However, fate roll is not necessary if you want them to receive that effect. For example, if someone's casting a heal spell, you could choose to roll fate to refuse it. It's basically spell save, but really stupid.
You have a 10% chance. Basically, go, no, GM, this doesn't actually happen.
Basically,
let's see. We do need to know that NA is abbreviation for not applicable.
Well, Besides
We also
that,
need to know that organic electronics are a form of electronics that use protein molecules to replace conventional integrated circuits, as well as artificial synapses and neurological processes similar to those of the human brain.
it also costs between $1 to $10 billion, and the damage is at least 10,000 life points at a drain of 3 electron dinghies,
EGs.
which they're electrons.
That electron bottle thing from earlier. Anyway, let's just get to the big one at the end of this, which is the Verdant
Nalabarg. It is the strongest force in the Centiverse. It cannot be wished for because it cannot cannot be affected by any other type of power. Verdant Nalabarg, or
it's
the
still
tongue, is
wrong. That should still be affected.
Yeah. Oh, it's Enochian.
Oh yeah, it's
just Enochian.
It's the ancient tongue, which is based on what's the story? What's the series that did that first?
Babel.
No.
I don't know.
This was a thing in an older fantasy story. It's not coming to me.
It's a really old one. It's true name bullshit.
But let's go for
comes from as a concept.
The example adventure here.
But no, there is one more. You have beam attack dodge. No, there's beam attack dodge, and then wide beam attack dodge. That's another thing you gotta think about.
Which is equal to 1/2 of your beam attack dodge score, which is
if you're wondering,
beam attacks that are 20 or more feet wide.
If you're wondering what that means, it means you know your dodge score. Multiply that by 0.375. Because
your Don, by the way,
beam attack dodge is 75%. Half of that is 37.5%.
VN is Verdant Nalabarg, which is Enochian. Power words that can be used to shape magic.
Oh yeah, it is Vance's Dying Earth. That's where it comes from. Thank you, Donman.
Yep, this is all right. Honestly, I think we should just read the sample adventure and stop for the night because I'm already fucking tapping out.
While you do that, I have to go. The world ship needs repairs.
All right. So this example adventure is
not an adventure. It's like what happens. Like
multiple pages.
Yeah, these particular adventurers are a mage warrior, a ninja, and a chameleon drake. The referee Fate, so it's Stephen Azales, has already created the adventure and written it down.
Recorded are the names of the monsters that will be encountered in a detailed description where the characters will be adventuring, what they will see. This includes the types of terrain they'll be traveling through and how it affects each character's movements. See Chapter 15.
So who wants to be what?
The game is ready to begin.
Who wants to voice what?
I'm flipping a coin here because we have...
How can you flip a fucking coin? There's 3 people here.
Well, because one of us has to do 2. Because there's 4. Without Adam here, it won't be perfect. All right, whatever. By the way, they still use dollars in Synnibarr because why not?
So I'll be Fate then. You have just left school. Yes. Where and Tech, you'll be the rest. Where in town are you going and what are you doing? Oh, what type of drake form is the chameleon drake in?
Mage. Well, we each have $500, so I'm going to buy provisions in a pack or something. Ninja.
I
want to stop at the...
He's got the ninja.
I'll take the ninja and the mage for right now. You get to be the dragon, okay?
All right, fine. All right, thermal drake, and I wanted some food and a bullwhip.
As Fate turns to the equipment and the provision cost, he tells the adventurers, well, there's an alchemist shop in town nearby. Will you be going there? The location of the shop is found on the map of the city Terra. The numbers on the buildings are used to locate the description of the shop, which is listed in the description of the Terran shops.
Yeah.
Yes. All 3, yes.
Rolls a 1d20 to determine whether the alchemist will be helpful in the party. A roll of 3 indicates the alchemist is in no mood to haggle about the price of anything. Fate then says, the alchemist seems grumpy and not in the mood to bargain. Just pay the standard price listed and get out of there. Who the fuck is Advent?
Okay.
Oh, those are the adventurers.
Get a drink. Yeah, that's all of us. Is Advent.
Holding the map of Terra open, which bar will you go to?
Choosing a tavern,
they say. There, the Blind Owl.
We will walk up to the bar and order 3 large milks and dirty glass. What the fuck is this?
Wait, last one for the Drake. This line.
I'll take mine with a broken straw.
Looks at the
Why?
looks at the number on map indicating the name and description of the bartender or owner of that shop. Looking in the book under Terror Shops in Chapter 7, The Lands of Worlds, Fate reads the description. In this way, Fate can act out the part of virtually every shop owner in Terra. Once this is done, Fate rolls the reaction of the bartender on a d20. A resulting roll of 8 plus the reaction bonus indicates a favorable reaction. Fate then begins to act the part of the bartender named Hathon. Well, 3 milks it is. Hey, you guys looking for an adventure? I know of a cave where a paradrake lives. The paradrake is guarding a temple or something. I'm not sure exactly what.
Mage/ninja
Oh,
in unison.
yeah.
No, I'm the
Oh, wait.
mage/ninja. You're the fucking Drake. Did you forget your part already, Biggie?
Yeah, I did. Synnibarr is too complicated for me.
it's you're just reading from a script.
I repeat, too complicated.
Only 3 days sail by giant ship after you're through the Werestorm. The ship passes very near that island.
When's the next ship out of town?
There's one leaving in 3 hours.
Adventurers. Then we are going to
Denver.
have to make that ship.
Once you leave, the only thing that disturbs you on the ship is the constant singing of the giants. Fate pauses and then says, well, your voyage is over, the giants are within sight of your island, and they prepared a small 25-foot sailboat for you. The skies are clear and there's a steady breeze. Fate then asks, what will you do? It's about 3 hours to sunset.
Ninja, sail the boat, Fate. What do you think? After all, we've all learned about sailing, climbing, and...
Basket weaving. Could we get in on this?
Well, I just rolled the first chance of a fate-caused encounter. The result of a roll of 2 on a 6-sided die equals no encounter as they sail towards the island. Halfway there, Fate rolls another chance encounter. The resulting roll of 5 equals no encounter, so they are nearing the island. Fate now looks at the adventure page where he placed the terrain descriptions and movement and random cover variables. Then, drawing a simple map, Fate explains, the island is rocky and volcanic. You don't see a safe place to land, but you do see a place where you might be able to without destroying the boat. Then Fate rolls the last of the fate-caused encounters. The resulting roll of a 1 indicates that there is an encounter. Fate then looks at the pre-rolled encounters list of the adventure sheet and says, first roll, your surprise Class B ambush. The resulting roll indicates that not only did the ninjas not surprise, she rolled a 94, the others will be surprised until segment 5. Fate then tells the ninja, you see a Nigels? Nigils?
A Nigil.
Sorry, it's English and it has the letters N-I-G in front, and I'm nervous about what I'm going to have to say.
No.
Head rises out of the water, and it's about to bite the Mage Warrior, who is totally surprised and can only make a random dodge roll. Ninja, roll your advantage, and the rest of you also should, because you can attack after 5 segments that pass from the moment you are supplied.
I've got a +3 and I rolled a 6. I have a 9 on my advantage roll.
I've got a +2 and I rolled a 5. I have a 7 on my roll. I lost.
Ninja, with 3 attacks available, I'll use my first free attack to get to it and use the other attacks to cut it with my sword. I got a 45 on my first shot and a bonus of 25 on my shot, which I add to the score of 45 equaling 70 on my shot and strike.
Both the ninja and the Nigel have 3 attacks and the ninja 1. Combat starts on attack segment 1 and goes to 5 and so on. At every instance, the ninja may attack first. Rolling the Nigel's dodge, I roll a 72, and so I don't dodge first strike. What's your damage?
My sword does 100 to 1,000 life points of damage. Times 10 from my strength. Rolling the percentage dice, the ninja says 200 times 10, which equals 2,000 life point damage. What a crummy shot!
Fate. Rounding down this number, he rolls a number of life rolls the life points a Nigel can have, which is from 1,000 to 4,000 and a 10th damage protection. The result of a 1 indicates 1,000 life points. Because the monster also has a 10th, the blade only causes actually 200 actual life points. It attempts to dodge by diving under the water, and so as hit, it continues beneath the waves. When it surfaces again, the time elapses about 3 seconds, so it's a new turn, and we roll advantage again.
6, says the ninja. 8, says the mage.
11, says the Drake. I won, and I am going to blast the worm.
4, says Fate. Yes, you all win. The Drake attacks on segment 1, essentially receiving a free attack this turn. Roll your shot.
I am using my fire breath because I am in my thermal form. What are these different forms these fuckers can take? I don't understand how this works.
It's a beam attack. Gulp.
I have the 94 of my shot. One more percentage point and it could have dodged. Well, at least it's double damage.
So the resulting roll of 30% indicates a successful dodge. Subtract the constitution points for the firebolt. Now move on to segment 2, 3, 4. Anyone on 4? Who's on first? I don't know who. Then 5.
I'm going insane, man.
Well, now, because the ninja has 3 attacks and goes on segments 5, 10, and 15, on segment 5, the ninja swings with her sword, and the resulting roll of 1 indicates a clean miss. Now it's segment 6, and...
Wait, says the mage. We're on segment 6. Then I get a shot. It still has to roll its beam attack dodge versus my attack. I'm using my hex bolt. My shot is 123 with my bonuses. Double damage.
Fate. Rolling a 60 on a Nigel's dodge, Fate shakes head and says, I don't dodge. What's your damage?
Mage, 900 times 2 because of the double damage, equaling 1,800 life points of damage. Is it still alive?
Fate. Rolling the Nigel's Fate roll, a score of 29 indicates Nigel didn't make its Fate and is definitely not alive. The Nigel's 10th doesn't stop magic. Fate looks up how many gaming points the creature is worth and says, it's dead, shot right between the eyes. You all split 1/2 gaming point.
What?
Adventurers. Yeah, put it on the board and we'll eat it for dinner.
You still have to land.
No, we don't. We can drop an anchor near the shore and I can carry the ninja while flying. And the mage can use his minor levitation spell. That should get us ashore without any problems.
As you wish. Fate then makes a percentile die roll to determine whether or not the empty ship will be safe or not. The first roll is a 33, indicating there's only 33% chance of the boat remaining safe. Fate rolls again. The resulting roll of 40 indicates their ship won't be there on their return. How and when the ship is lost is up to Fate. All this should take place without the knowledge of the adventurers. After all, 2 quiet die rolls shouldn't draw attention. You know, in a game where you're making few die rolls.
This is so many dice rolls.
Also,
It's
Fate rolls
so
a chance
bullshit.
encounter when they reach the island. A roll of 2 indicates no encounter. Fate then points to the map and says exactly where are you landing.
What do we see?
You see volcanic terrain, jungle, and a tall mountain with what could be a cave.
We are going to
You're
explore
going to
the cave.
explore the cave. Let's go. By the way, how long of a hike is it?
At least 2 to 3 hours.
Then we take the simplest, most direct course,
You are
indicating
now-
their trail on the map.
You are now halfway to your destination, Fate says, rolling another chance encounter, and you don't see any signs of trouble.
He just keeps rolling and nothing happens. It's like, how the fuck are these encounters working?
And then you walk
Well, in the case, who's in front and who is in back?
Ugh.
No, that's my
your life,
character.
yeah.
You notice that you must pass through a narrow canyon, and that you must walk single file.
They have to walk single file. I'll climb the walls, says the ninja.
Then roll your percentage chance to climb the walls. The resulting roll of a 3% indicates the ninja can easily climb with no Oh. What's... Wait,
What's wrong?
what's this going at a target against?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's just keep going through
So
because we still
then
have another
you continue on. Ninja.
4
you
or
will
5.
have to...
we have a bunch of pages
Make
of
a
this left.
climbing roll 3 times to stay on the wall. Any failures when you slip, giving yourself a fate roll only to save yourself.
Mage, I'm going to cast my invisibility spell just in case we're ambushed.
Fate. Subtract the constitution points for the spell, and remember, you can only have 3 duration spells on you at any one time. Then you start down the canyon. You don't see any trouble, and you are approximately halfway through. Out of character, Fate next rolls a chance encounter. The resulting roll of a 6 indicates the adventurers have company. Checking the list for the island encounters finds the main creature, Paradrake, is the chance encounter. Fate says, roll your surprise Class B ambush. Only the mage is not surprised. Fate then says, you see a Paradrake flying at the party.
Mage, then the Paradrake rolls its surprise because I'm invisible. By the way, how far away is it? They may have time to get over the surprise.
Oh, you're trying to theater of the
Right.
mind our poor
Rolls
viewers, man.
percentile die. Each 20% indicates a turn's distance away from the party. Fate says to the mage that it won't be surprised when it's within range.
Are you trying to theater of the mind these poor people? I bet they have no idea what you're reading.
No, we're reading the example adventure.
I had to fix the world engine while you guys were doing it. So
How did that work out, Fred?
How many
Did you
humans
find
are not?
radiation?
Wait, how many people are still left alive?
well, you see, 95% of the population died, but don't worry, it immediately populated back up to 20,000, and I became a wereman. I don't know how I became a wereman, but I did. I've also gained
Hi,
ninja
Shalud.
powers for some reason.
Wait, does this mean that we can get anime cat girl bimbos because of the fucking virus thing? Like,
Yes.
what the fuck is this setting?
Yes.
Listen, I've rolled a 15. That means that the Schlurpigans are here. Roll your fate die.
Roll your fate die.
But remember
Okay.
to
So what
subtract the
page are
10th
you
from
on?
it.
I'm just wondering.
I don't know.
I hope the ninja can
Oh,
take him or we're both dead.
18.
Oh, I'm a little bit
We're on
ahead,
page
thank you.
Fate rolls percentile dice.
I'll roll my class 8.
No, you
You're
need
already
to,
lost.
You're determining
I'm
how
lo-
fast the Paradrakes are moving in a turn. Am
Yeah,
I the only
The
one?
resulting
keeping track
roll of a 51 indicates the Paradrake is 2 turns away, and the distance of about 1,750 feet, close to the top of the canyon.
I like that you guys are struggling for how many minutes? 10, I think? It
I'm
took a
not
while to fix the
struggling.
engine.
I don't know. I don't
because the
fucking
Drake
know.
is too far away to attack the party. Keep going. We
Okay.
promised nice people this.
So it's too far. They can fire at will if they have an attack that can reach it.
I'm waiting until within 100 yards. I will cast 3 hex bolts aiming at its wing. The constitution I am using for my hex points is drawn away from my mage staff. The mage then rolls his shots. One is a double damage shot. How that works doesn't explain it. And a double damage shot is required whenever an adventurer tries to hit a specific area. The other you probably have to roll higher. Okay. The other shots hit also. The 1d6 rolled with the percentile dice indicate where the other shots land. See hit locations 12 chapters from now.
And, there was a combat encounter before this, and they mentioned nothing about hit locations as well. So fuck
because you're not doing a double damage shot.
Yeah, nobody got a double damage shot off.
First, I will roll my Class A surprise.
No, I am Fate here. First, I'll roll my Class A surprise. The resulting roll of 36 indicates, yes, you guessed it, the Paradrake is surprised and does not make any of its Fate rolls.
How would I guess that?
Determining the percentage of damage the Drake's wing can take and rolling the number of life points the Paradrake has altogether, Fate then states its wing only has 6% of its total life points. And so, because it only has 6,000 life points, its wing only has 360 life points. How much damage do you do with your Hex Bolt?
I have 500 times 2 giving me 1,000 life points of damage. The Paradrake's wing is history. So you calculate HP in a body part via the proportion it has to your body.
Yes,
so,
guess what? RuneQuest also does this.
Except
it's much better.
Yes.
Because it's not 500 points.
So
Fate,
what you're saying is, let's say you have a monster that has 5,000 life points. If you shoot it in its head, which is 5% of its size, the head only has 250 life points then.
No, but we determine the percentage of damage can roll and rolling the number of life points it has altogether.
I see where they're going with it, and that is not a way you want to explain that to people.
Back, come on, Fate. Come on, keep the story
Rolls
moving.
the Paradrake's metabolic shock. The resulting roll of 81 indicates the Paradrake loses consciousness and falls.
Oh yeah, because
Yellow in unison.
crap, what's its con?
Adam, we have to do this together.
All right.
Drake
burgers.
You suck. I
Yeah,
beg
we're
your
bad.
pardon.
Then all of us are like, where did it land? And if not dead, we want double gaming points.
Fate rolls the percentage chance that the Paradrake is dead. The result indicates that it is not dead. At this point, Fate says, you receive your points after the adventure. Fuck you, players.
This is to keep the adventurers from knowing what happened to the Paradrake. This type of action should be taken whenever something happens that the adventurers have no way of knowing. Fate would say something if the adventurers could see where the Paradrake landed, or if they took the time to look.
Let us see where it landed.
Just to keep track of it.
Keep track of it.
We don't want Fate causing it to sneak up on us when we least expect it.
Rumbling shows the adventurers where the creature landed, very near the cave.
Ninja, let's see whether we can sneak past it.
But it's unconscious.
Roll your chance of being heard. Under 20% you are heard. Will the chameleon drake and the mage fly there? After all, they don't move as quietly as you do. Well, the drake is quiet, but the mage isn't.
I have a 35 strength.
Biggie, this is Biggie. Biggie, your time to shine, Biggie.
I have a 35 in strength. Can I carry both?
Checking the lifting capacity of the drake's wings, Fate states, yes, but your maximum speed is 10 miles per hour, and you are flapping extremely rapidly. See Warfare in Flight, Chapter 12.
This feels like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, if you've ever seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime where they just make up rules on the spot.
I already made a fucking Shadow Realm joke. Biggie, you're up again.
I know. As I have excellent eyesight, does the Paradrake appear as though it's awake or unconscious, even though the thing's horribly fucking crippled?
Rolls the Paradrake's metabolic
versus its crash
landing.
What? So
the resulting roll of 60 indicates it's completely unconscious.
So you take the shock effect and then you compare it to the...
That's already been rolled, though. It's been rolled twice.
What?
Huh?
Sorry. I don't... Anyway.
Also, yes, I will agree with the chat. Yes.
Did he playtest this, or was this just in his head?
Well, let's see. Its
eyes are closed, and
it's breathing deeply. That's what you see.
Ninja, then it is unconscious. Let's go. And so the chameleon drake lifts off and manages to make it to the cave entrance. As she passes over the Paradrake, the ninja says, I am pulling out a throwing star with my free hand, just in case the beast wakes up as we fly near.
You arrive without incident.
Would have been funnier if they pulled out a random pair of nunchaku that they can throw at them.
I'm looking for traps, the gay kind. Rolling the percentile dice, I have rolled a 0.7, and I have a 60% chance, which means I find a trap if there is one.
I don't think he playtested this.
No traps, only twinks and femboys.
Is he just envisioning
God damn it. Well, I guess we just go forward. We have to find that
was this a fantasy
somewhere else.
Did Raven make up this group?
I don't know. I'm tossing rocks in front of us, just in case.
This doesn't
Checking
read like
the
a
adventure
human.
seat, Fate notes that there are no traps and says, you travel on without difficulty until you reach a very large cavern, as you're already inside a cave. There is light from a large crack in the ceiling. You see the remains of a temple. The drake can smell a strong Paradrake scent about 1 or 2 hours old. Also, you can see the entrance of the temple is open slightly. It appears as though the door has crumbled. What do you do?
Is the scent I detect the same as the scent of the Paradrake I shot down?
Also, Squirrel Killer, yes. This is actually the refined version. This is World of Synnibarr 2nd edition. This is actually the cleaned version of it.
It's cleaned up.
This is the improved version. New and improved.
You're up again.
Bigger and better than ever.
So,
Biggie,
you're yes.
Well, then we had better get going before Fido wakes up. After all, he is 50 feet long and probably quite upset.
I think he's made up this adventuring example.
Then let's get to it, troops. I'm going to the door, being very careful, looking for traps with a 42%.
This makes sense.
God damn it, where's my 69?
No traps. You see a dimly silhouetted You see a dimly silhouetted large statue against the wall on a stone altar.
I'll use my ball lightning to shed some light on things. Also, please
see-
kill me. I made a horrible pun. Just end my life now. Please.
You see hieroglyphics on the walls. The altar appears as though it's covered in blood. Very old, dry blood. The statue is unrecognizable, do more to damage than age.
Blood.
I'm
Hope
looking
this
for
isn't
a
any...
secret door with my scanner. I get a 39. God damn it, I need that 69. Nice. Do I find anyone?
What exactly are you looking for? Are you looking? Or where
Oh
exactly are you
god, this
looking?
is a theater of the mind. There's no map.
Drawing a quick sketch of the room.
This is theater of the mind.
On the north wall.
Nothing.
South wall.
Nothing.
I'm scanning the fucking floor. That's where you're hiding the femboys, isn't it?
You found a hollow space 10 feet down, but no secret door. You'll have to look in a specific area, and I believe your scanner is out of power. Fuck you, ninja.
How?
Fuck you too. I want my my femboy harem as the female ninja.
Also,
Okay.
my scanner lasts for 5 turns. You are not denying me my hot joint gas.
Yes, you find a secret door behind the statue.
You are not
It's well
denying me
concealed.
my Astolfo, the one Astolfo cosplayer with the fucking energy can dick. I swear to God.
What door? As he disintegrates it with fire breath.
Okay, that's
How much
actually
damage
something
did you
a real
do?
player would
And
do.
subtract the Constitution points.
Rolling the D10, the resulting score of 9 equals 900 life points of damage. And if the door doesn't appear as though it is going to give, I drain 1 more Constitution point.
The door gives on the first blast. Each 1 inch of wood has 100 life points. The door's only 1 inch thick. As it's rotten, it's gone. Oh, by the way, roll your Class B surprise!
Roll the percentile die, and the result of 17 indicates the Drake is completely surprised.
Everyone else roll surprise. If you are not surprised, you may be able to rescue the Drake by using a heroic attempt.
Also, yes, if you're
The resulting
wondering,
rolls indicate
the
that
scanners were used to, basically, they were search checks for detect hidden... Basically, it's the equivalent of trying to find secret doors.
Detect femboy.
And
the
they are... I like that they included how objects work, because that is something people forget, that in D&D, objects do have HP. People don't usually think about that, but when you do, it's for sundering. You can see that this is from an era where this was actually something you thought about. The problem is... why the hell did you...
You're listen, Adam, there's like 4 more pages of this. Please. Please stop.
Well, what do you do and who is
You're not
closer?
wrong.
I guess the ninja would have been because she was locating the door with her scanner.
Ninja, thanks, Fate. I sweep the legs of the Drake, angling his fall so he will land clear of the doorway. Do I roll under my regular or my beam attack?
Beam attack.
I roll a 41%.
That's a heroic attempt. Roll your flat advantage.
8 and
Why
a
are we
46%
still here?
of my shot. So I make my dodge, and so I save the Drake without getting hit by the attack intended for him. See heroic attempts in Chapter 8, Combat.
You see several large metal arrows sticking out of the back of a statue, and you receive 1 gaming point for saving the Drake. Check the section on heroic
This
attempts.
feels like
Well, what do
something
you
you'd
do?
see on a TV show.
I'm looking for traps. The resulting roll of a 72 indicates the ninja can't locate the trap if there is one.
Well,
There
what do you
is
do?
one here, goddammit.
You don't see any traps.
I'll go first. I can conjure up the Brilliant Defender spell and the Armor of Mist. With these, I can defend against magic, psionic, and earth power. And the armor will stop physical energy and mutations just in case I walk into a spell trap.
So you're heading down the hall?
Yes! What do we see?
First, you see a flash of blue light as the mage strikes a spell trap. Then the armor of mist erupts into a yellow and green flame. The
Ah!
trap pulls the mutation disintegration beams. Now, Fate must determine how much damage mutation does to armor. See non-damaging effects versus shield in Chapter 9. Upon determining the mutation is equal to a 15th level spell, and if the person who placed this trap was skilled but not a god, we will assume that the level of the mutant who was paid for this was an 11th level.
Oh my
So we use the
fucking
base
God.
times. We use the base times level formula. That is 15th level equals 15,000 multiplied by the spellcaster's level, which equals to 165,000 life points of damage to your armor.
This is what
Ouch.
Boomer's saying. This is what Boomer's saying. What we do when we play regular D&D. This is what they see.
Mage.
Adam,
Oh, he's dead.
he died.
Adam,
Well, I got disintegrated, man. What was I expecting to do?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Oh, the armor can only withstand 10,000 life points before I need to put con into it. I subtract 16. I'm wobbling down the stairs with one left. Is the trap gone?
Yes, because you used up more than 1/2 of your points to stop the spell. You must roll metabolic shot, and as your con score is now 7, despite leaving 1 con point left, you only have 10% chance. The resulting roll of 6 brings cheers for everyone back on the table. Now, who's in
Hooray.
back and who's in the middle?
I'm in the middle.
Why are we still reading this? Why is this still
Because
going
we
on?
are going to get done with this before the end of this stream, or so I believe.
We need to
I
show
don't
you
think
how
we've-
insane it is to understand how a game of this works.
This is the example. This is what he
I wanna
uses to
go
pitch the
home,
game.
Dad.
This is what he
I
used
wanna
to
go back
teach
to
you how the basics
playroom.
work, what it feels like to
I
play.
want to play games
Drake,
instead.
Drake, do you want to be not like us, or do you want to get this done?
I'm actually vibing because this is a trash fire. Although, admittedly, I did spend 10 minutes to fix the world engine.
Last, but I'm listening so that I can hear anyone approach from the rear.
You continue onward with no surprises. At the bottom of the stairs, there's a door.
Ninja, is it locked? No. They open it carefully. Oh wait, I checked for traps first.
You should have done that before you open it carefully. Foolish ninja, you're just a woman. If you live, you will know better next time. Roll your surprise. Is anyone not surprised making a heroic attempt?
Yes, I'll attempt to pull the ninja away from the door and cast my Brilliant Defender spell to block the attack if it's magical. If it's physical, then, well, too bad. Then the resulting roll doesn't indicate a heroic attempt.
Besides the bad luck, you still had to roll your surprise Class C before your heroic attempt. If you're surprised, you can't react.
What happens to this miserable wretch? Oh God.
It is an arrow trap firing 4 arrows. Rolling the percentile die, fate finds that the the damage the arrow does and where it lands says you are struck by 1 arrow. Roll your fate. The result roll indicates the ninja does not make her fate. The arrow did 300 life points times 10 for the strength of the trap sprung, and it struck your right arm, completely incapacitating it. Now roll your metabolic shock versus passing out. Resulting roll of 74, the ninja loses consciousness.
I like that a simple arrow trap fucking destroyed her arm.
Good.
Drake.
Ninja burgers.
What? Okay, first off, what the actual fuck, dude? What?
Ninja burgers.
There was a
He's
previous
in
time where they.
he's in Devore.
Well, no, there was a previous
it was
time.
funny then, because, screw that
No,
dragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
God, whatever. I'll bind her wound and remove the arrow. Does the pain wake her up?
Roll your metabolic shock, ninja. The resulting roll of 25% indicates the ninja awakens. Now what do you do?
Well, what
What
do
do we see?
You see a small room. A chest has been slid into the corner on the floor.
What's on the ceiling?
You see holes in the ceiling, perfectly round.
I rolled a 16 on the chance to deactivate the traps. Do I find one?
Yes, you finally found a trap. You see a torch holder and a spare torch holder. You fill around yet find the deactivation mechanism. What do you do?
Well, I mean, we just approached the chest and
carefully open. Wait! We first look for traps. 30%. What do I find?
Nothing but a strong lock which you can easily open. You see a small pouches inside with 2 or 3 golden pelham pieces totaling $10,000 and a small diamond ring.
I love
At the
that
bottom of the chest,
I love that the money system is just the American dollar.
Yeah, it is.
you find
It's
a very old piece of paper that has been folded. Opening it might destroy it.
I'll save it. We'll take it to a mage warrior, and maybe she or he could restore it for us. So, let's divide the money and get out of here.
Wait, I am looking for a secret hiding place, such as a safe or something. I am taking my time and being very careful.
By the way, speaking of which, from Donmun, Ninja Burgers, the healthy alternative to Drake Burgers. Well, yeah, Ninja Burger is an actual RPG, and that's a lot better than what we're reading.
Yep. So you find a small door made of stone that matches the stone wall itself. Behind the scroll behind it is a scroll and 2 very old vials of liquid. You read the scroll's inscriptions. Controls emotions of all creatures. Yeah, despite it being an ancient scroll and society being over thousands of years, somehow language is exactly the same.
It's written in the script of Earth Power. I think they do have stuff on languages, so don't say anything yet.
Okay. This scroll can only be used once, and it's an Earth Power spell. The potions you recognize is distilled heel spring melon and blood orange juice.
I mean, that actually sounds delicious out of character, you know? That sounds like the good base of a cocktail. Oh, the potions are just what the doctor ordered. The ninja needs melon juice and I need blood orange juice to restore con. As for the scroll, I mean, I can't memorize it, but I can read it off and cast it. And we only need it to work once anyway. Fido. Fido.
Well, what do you do?
Oh, we sneak back into the temple entrance and look for the Paradrake.
Do I?
Do I smell anything? I'm sticking my snout out the door and smelling the very fresh scent, like for our ride, Fido.
Well, since Fido the Paradrake is there, the Drake has a 95% chance of smelling it. Roll your percentile die.
For what?
You don't have to tell you. Just roll, you fucking peasant. And the resulting roll indicates the Drake can smell Fido. Fate then says, you smell the Paradrake.
Well, I guess I'll have to use my invisibility spell on myself and stand up so I can read the scroll without getting attacked.
Then Fate rolls the Paradrake's Class A surprise. The resulting roll of 42 indicates the Paradrake is completely surprised. Fate then says, the Paradrake does not seem to notice you as you're standing up, and you see the Paradrake lying in wait for the party. What do you do?
Cast a spell, dummy! Roll your resistance and your Fate!
Okay. The resulting roll indicates the Paradrake is affected. Fate then says, what emotion do you want it to feel?
Absolute love for all of us. It could tow us back to a giant ship or near home anyway. I don't think there's room on the sailboat for it to sleep, though.
We can build a raft or something while it rests. Can the Drake talk to it in any way?
I think so.
You are a chameleon Drake. You have a different dialect.
Will my hypnotic gaze help us communicate?
It will understand your commands, yes.
Good. Now let's see its wings. Fate, is it too badly damaged to fly?
Yes, it will require up to a month to heal.
What was this a temple of, and what does it look like it was for? Can I get a clue from the markings on the wall?
Well, you see the face of Tet, and that's not good. Aside from that, you can't make out the writing unless you have a translation spell.
So language is a thing, for those wondering.
Okay.
And also, yes, we did cover the Ninja Burger RPG. I forget the name of it. I think it might have just been called Most Honorable Employee or something like that. It's in our one-shots, I'm pretty sure. Because we have a bunch of playlists, it's in our one-shots one, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I splint the Paradrake's wing. Could I get the Drake scout the island?
Drake.
Okay, I'll be back, sir. Bye.
Fate then rolls a chance encounter. The resulting roll of 2 indicates no encounter. However, he rolls a 1 for the mage and ninja. As soon as the Drake disappears from view, Fate rolls the dice for the next predetermined encounters. Fate is using a non-class adventurer and rolls the character's chance to accomplish concealment ambush. Both scores indicate the attacker is hidden and can surprise both the mage and ninja. Fate then says, roll your Class B surprise advantage, ambush, and advantage. The non-class adventurer has 1 advantage. Fate says, on attack 1, I release an Earth Shock spell which will paralyze the target. Fate then rolls a d6 to determine who will be attacked. Ninja's 1 to 3, mage 4 to 6, because I really hate that fucking ninja.
No, it's me.
Oh, it's equal. Oh, it's the roll's 4 and shot is 02. A clean miss.
Wimp.
Chomp.
Attack segment 4. I shoot again.
Oh, crap.
Gulp.
At the ninja this time.
Can I roll forward as a dodge? I can make at least 10 feet in attack segment. My roll is a 42.
Yes, you dodge and move forward. Attack segment 5.
I draw my sword and cut with 90 double damage.
He raises his forearm and blocks with the 23. Roll your damage.
90 times 10 for strength damage adjustment equals 9,000 life points.
Notes this down and says, his armor appears to have armor plating, perhaps cybernetics. Segment 6.
Hexbolt! 99, he can't dodge, only block!
He blocks with an earth sphere.
By the way,
it's green shimmering surface.
Notice that high is good in combat now. What the fuck?
Yeah. Segment 7 and 8.
Most of the rolls prefer low, so why did they change this shit? What?
Thaco.
Don't worry about it.
Now he drops the shield and releases another Earth Track spell with a shot of 0 or 100. No dodge or block is possible, and I shoot at the mage. Roll your fate.
52. Anyway, Fate, how long am I paralyzed?
1 hour.
Well, I hope Ninja can take him out or we're dead.
Segments 9 and 10.
I go on 10. I need to take him out now, so I use my Dark Blade ability to cut.
By the way, for those
my
wondering,
shot roll is the 62. With weapons, I'm a beam attack.
For those wondering, Squirrel Killer has linked Dice Scum Live Most Glorious Service in our Discord. That's the Ninja Burger one, which also came out around the same time period.
Oh.
It actually has 2 editions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fate. He rolls a 15 on his dodge, and on segment 12 he releases another Earth Shock spell.
I dodge with a 47.
On segment 15, I draw and cut with my sword. My shot is 70.
I block with a 21 and its advantage.
The resulting rolls indicate the ninja has the advantage. What do you do for segment 1?
I attack with a Dark Blade.
I block, and in segment 4, I strike with my sword.
I'm attempting to disarm with a 30. You roll a Class C surprise. Roll you Class C surprise.
I think at this point, even he's forgotten how the combat system works.
I'll only have to do this once during the fight. Next time, I'll be looking for it. 30. I'm surprised. Next, I roll my fate versus physical attacks. 2. Yes, I keep my weapon. Segment 5.
What's this guy look like?
Indian male, good-looking, black hair, violet eyes, about 6 feet, medium build. Despite looks like a human from over 45,000 years ago, even though that's not how genetics would work.
It is the Vegeta.
He's wearing some kind of combat jumpsuit, but no armor. He's carrying a sword, and other weapons are hanging from his belt.
I pull off my hood, as I am good-looking, and say, stop. Have him roll his reaction to get a +4.
You know, this makes the searching for the Astolfo cosplayer make more sense with this.
Rolling D20, the result is a 20 plus 4 or equals 24. He stares into the ninja's eyes and promptly falls in love and stammers. I'm so sorry. I need to see.
And on a segment 10,
I see Bob's and Vagine. I see Bob's Vagine.
And on segment 10, he rolls Class C surprise as I sucker punch him. My shot is 82, almost double damage. Instead of a punch, I just run him through. Because he's
rolls
Indian,
a 25 is completely surprised. How much damage do you do? A roll of 69 indicates no fate.
Minimum damage is 100 points, plus 1/4 of his strength and con.
Noting the damage, he says, on segment 12, release another Earth Shock spell with a 75.
And again, I dodge. Next segment 50, I want advantage. My shot is a 26, and my bonuses, it's a hit. I'm using the Dark Blade again.
I sacrifice with a 41. That makes it and my flat advantage is a 5. Ninja rolls a 4 and loses. He strikes with his sword, rolling a 99. No dodge!
But I can block with a 20. Cold Steel meets the ninja's key sword as the battle continues. Good fucking lord.
Advantage, 4.5.
8.
Or 4 minus a half.
I drop my dark
halves are a factor in this, by the way.
I'm trying to knock him out. My shot's a 101 with bonuses. I hit.
I roll at 82
reminder,
for
someone
a dodge
went through this
damage.
and edited this. They missed that.
I roll an 82 for my damage is 400 times 10. However, I only want to subdue, not to kill.
The subsequent roll indicates the assailant is completely unconscious. What do you do now?
Bind him securely and wake him up. Now it is time to use my interrogation skill.
This just gets more and more
Checking
weird.
the non-class adventurer skills, he finds interrogation resistance. The ninja succeeded in her interrogation skill. However, the non-class adventurer succeeds in resisting. Now what do you do?
Checking the mage. Is he okay?
When the ninja turns her eyes away, he rolls the chance for a non-class adventurer to escape using the escape artist skill. Seeing he's able to grab a tesseract twig and snap it. As you look away, you hear a snap, and your captor just appears via tesseract.
I'll be honest, that's like the quickest way for me to just go fuck yourself and leave.
Shoot,
that's actually obnoxious.
Anywhere.
Yeah, no, not within your range. However, you do hear someone moving in the woods.
Coming towards us or moving away?
Away.
I let him go because he's Indian, and I'm not into that, but I keep a close eye in the woods. Then I take up a defensive position near the mage.
I think this is
now
made
for the
up.
Drake.
No way a player group would let that fucker get away.
Back to you, Biggie.
All right, wait, which one am I? I was trying to make a Ninja Burger sticker, but it won't let me.
I don't blame you. So, yeah, if you are wondering, this is pretty nutty. I have
We
no
still
clue how
have
this works.
4 pages to go.
Oh yeah, we're only halfway
I'm
through,
just-
by the way.
Oh fuck! I'm so lost.
Yeah, we are ending the stream
coming
after
towards
this,
us.
but
Away.
fuck it.
And then I see it now. What do I see?
Well, you cross the rocks to the other side of the island. You see a small valley with a forest and a small stream and steaming pond approximately 30 feet wide.
I know what I do. I know what do I. Am I going retarded, or is that like written like retardedly?
It is.
know.
It's written
What
like
do
a
I
person
do?
who is trying to come up with a game that they did not run.
I land near the shore of the... sorry, that's you.
I know. What do I do?
What do I see?
What the fuck?
You see a smiling face attached to a small body peeking out from under a bush. It looks like an elvome. It says, how are... No, it says... I'm trying to think of a good...
Oh, I can do it.
How are you
how are
today?
you of today?
How are you today?
Oh, okay. you
Fine,
wanna
my
do it.
good bitch. How are you?
I'm well. though
I'm
I
well.
seldom- Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna do it.
Yeah, you take
Because
it
it's
then.
the fate, so whatever.
Yeah.
I'm well,
I-
though I seldom get visitors. It's quite the surprise.
Oh God. I'm keeping an eye on him, Fate.
Are you looking for a safe place to rest? This area isn't very safe except for the small forest. There's a paradrake living on the other side of the island.
Yes, I know. We have made friends, but now it's hurt, and it can't fly. I was looking for something to heal it with.
Yeah, help you I can. Oh, wait. Oh, he's trying to go Yoda. Okay. Yes, help you I can. We can travel here easily and can cure any wound the creature may have. But as I understand it, your kind has no love for any drake but their own mutant species.
I doubt, but my friends do. Please, let's get moving if you're going to help.
There is no goal. This is just to show how play works, and he completely fucked it up.
Yeah. Reading the description of the elvome listed in Chapter 17, Monsters, Fate finds that it can heal and will help. So Fate plays the elvome and gives the drake a hint that will help the party. You see the drake returning with someone. Oh, I would have to be...
I know, I just
Fate.
wanted to play the
Yeah.
voice.
Are you the creatures that came in the boat?
Why, yes.
It's good your friend will be healed. He can fly you to your destination because your boat was destroyed by a 200-foot-long sea drake.
This
Groan!
GM's an asshole.
Exclamation point.
Carry me to
What an
them.
asshole.
I'll make us invisible. You arrive and the ninja and mage have just finished the crude splint for the paradrake's wing. The elven heals the creature and asks why they've come to this place.
We heard that Fido here was guarding some type of temple ruins. By the way, you wouldn't know the history of this place, would you?
No, but I know someone who does. She lives in the World of Veins, Sea Dark Continent in Chapter 7. There's an entrance near the third mountain. You can't miss it, with a river flowing out of the mouth of the cave.
Wait, aren't you going to go with us?
Are you out of your mind, human? I'll tell you the way, but that's it. Adventuring's your job, not mine. I stick to basic survival.
This GM sucks ass.
Drake.
Stop your yakking and let's get tracking. I'm spoiled for a spot.
As you wish, the cave travels inward, and you will see a big pit heading straight down. This is the entrance. Head down it, and you will find a stone dwelling carved in the name of the pit. Speak the name Denton, and you shall be granted admittance. A giantess named Carewillow will greet you. She's very friendly and an excellent look if you like meat. Though I haven't seen her for over 100 years. I'm sure she's still there, for this island has a special romantic interest for her. Something about her and my father.
Wow, no. Let's ride the paradrake on the ground of the temple and leave it there. There's no sense in riding on it. We might draw too much attention. If we travel with it on the ground, it'll get to do all the fighting.
By the way, Jimmy is still asking, what's the reason given why they went to this island? I was busy fixing the world engine, so I missed that opening segment.
It was
a bartender's like, oh yeah, is there any sort of like
adventure to do
or whatever? Yeah,
they
like,
literally looked at okay, so here's what they did. They looked at the ads on the bar, like the little billboard they have where you could put like, "Will pay adventurers X amount of gold, buku bucks?" ? They picked the ad up and they went here.
So,
By the way, I bet you that boat was more expensive than the fucking
Probably.
$10K they got from that.
The referee should choose how the paratrooper will react. It might follow
we got
them
the boat for free.
anyway. For this
The
would be a
Giants just
great
gave
fun.
it to us.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, they're gonna be mad
So,
when we
what do
come
you
back with no
what
boat.
do you what do you do now?
Oh, well, we
Mage.
start in the direction of the temple, but first I want to ask the Elvhome if he'll teleport us to the base of that mountain.
Rolling Elfhome's reactions, Fate finds that he will. And to be of further assistance, he will keep the paratrick for them so they don't risk its getting lost.
Sweet, then let's get going.
The Elfhome casts a spell, and the party appears on the base of the steep cliff. Fate then tells the players that their characters see the mountain is approximately 3,000 feet tall and very steep.
I will. Okay, so how big is this fucking Drake? Like, okay, so like, there's me, and then there's
I'll have to
the
roll.
fucking-
Don't
roll.
ask
Don't
questions.
think about it.
Just-
We'll get to that
Listen,
later.
You're going to carry the companions up to the cave entrance, and I'm going to roll for random encounters and roll a 5. No encounters. I've got to get new dice.
No, you had like how many encounters in between and all those fucking traps, buddy? This is fine.
1, 2, actually. Once you arrive, it's about dark, and the Drake is very tired. You see a sheltered valley which has been created by a river. It's filled with forest and thick vegetation. However, it's isolated from anything that can't fly or climb sheer cliffs. What do you do?
Well, duh. We landed and looked for a suitable place to make camp near the river.
Checking the descriptions of the valley and the terrain variables, Fate gets a clear picture of the area. From this point, he must improvise what the characters see. You find a curve in the river from which a tributary forms a small stream that meanders to a dry, flat area of thick grass.
I check the grass for any bones. Do I find any? No? Well, then I scout the perimeter while the Drake and the Mage set up camp.
Why does he check? Why did he check the grass for them bones?
Hold on. Did the ninja just change sex?
Yes.
I guess the ninja is also a femboy. I don't know.
Well, no.
No.
Remember, ninjas have a lot of unique powers. You use the art of reverse sexy no jutsu to turn into the twink because you couldn't find one in the dungeon.
Listen, no. You
Yeah.
push the breasts
Eyes
in and
become
out
the
pops the
trap.
cock.
Well, I mean, remember, there's cyborgs. Maybe you're an organic cyborg that you have like a gender button that it's like attached to.
just flip. Just it's like one of those, those old rotating head action figures. It's like that.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, the reason why you check for grass is because phase grass
Well, no,
grows
that's
through your
fine.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why. Phase grass. Just imagine. Where is it in this book? Shit, it's a bit of a door stopper. Sorry, guys. Oh, here it is. It grows through your feet. I set up a small cook fire and I'll start dinner. Drake, you get last watch, so you get to eat first.
To the ninja, you find only signs of a winged deer or elk, nothing else whatsoever.
I kind of like the
Then
idea
I
of
return to
winged deer.
camp.
That sounds
I
cute.
eat. Once dinner is over, I'll take my post in a nearby tree.
You have a very restful night with no problems. What do you do after breakfast?
Well, we pack up and head to the cave. So what's the terrain and weather like right now?
The morning is very clear and crisp, and the terrain is fairly dense. You may travel at 40% of your normal speed.
I mean,
Right.
all right.
Let's go then.
Let's go then towards the river and onto the cave. Sorry, that was my line, bitch. Oh wait, you changed genders again. Sorry, man.
I'll take point. I'm unsheathing my short sword to cut a path through the foliage.
You don't run into anything on your trip, which takes you 1 hour. However, as you enter the cave, the Drake smells a very fresh scent, though he neither sees nor hears anything at all. You see the pit the Elvhome mentioned on the floor of the tunnel. It's about 10 feet in diameter. It's very regular in shape. The sides are covered in glowing moss that provides light in the world veins. It also makes excellent handholds and footholds for traveling downward. Even the mage could make it there with no difficulty. What do you do? Is it at this point the players withdraw to decide their plan of action? Fate should recheck the information on the adventure sheet, making a few false die rolls to throw a little of the fear of gods into the players.
By the way, Squirrel Killer does highlight that most methods of play are maybe 4 pages long. Starfinder is 2 pages because that's all you need. Just to give a highlight.
This is not that.
This is what happens when you don't do enough playtesting, or alternatively, you focus on the worst parts of playtesting, and basically you don't cut any of it out. This could have been a playtested session that he punched up, and then he didn't realize you should probably cut.
Yes, and you're making this take longer. Please, Drake.
Oh, okay. While the others climb down the walls, I want to swoop down the pit until it gets wide enough for me to circle. Once there, I will wait for the other land-bound slobs.
Alright. You travel downward about 3 miles, and the pit widens about 500 feet in diameter. Again, you smell the strong scent that you caught at the cave's entrance. It is here that you see a large dwelling carved out of the side of the tunnel. There's a wicked dock-like protrusion that smells landing. What do you do? And I'm
I'll,
presuming
cir-
that the smell is like rotten fish.
I'll circle and look for traps as well. Ha ha! I'm gay. Do I find any with that 7 percentile I made my roll?
No.
Just the ninja.
Then I land and motion the others to join me.
I leap onto the dock and draw both swords.
Despite you not having 2 swords before, there is no place for the mage to climb on the dock. The structure comes away with the walls of the pit, and the dock protrudes from the front of the structure.
I grab him and we land.
Ah!
What does the front appear like?
The front appears to be smooth stone with a large double door at the bottom of 15 feet and tall and 15 feet wide. Above the door is a wide panel of polished crystal, 40 feet wide and 10 feet tall. It all comes with a luxurious frame of steel about 5 feet square. As you approach the door, a face appears. It's an old female. She appears to have been crying. She speaks with a voice that sounds like it was old and chafed as Atlas's shoulders. Welcome, travelers. How may I be of assistance?
We come in the name of Denton, and we seek the history of the temple.
What? Denton? By the way, this is Face talking, not Fate. She starts to scream hysterically. You speak to me of the betrayer, the destroyer of love? His leaving without explanation or words at all have caused untold suffering, despair, and your reminder has ground salt into the wound. For this you shall all die.
So I take it we're not invited for dinner. Ha ha!
Insert Big Bang Theory laugh track here.
Bazinga.
Bazinga.
This is amazing, though, this section.
Yeah. As she finishes her last sentence, the crystal flashes like a camera flash, and a flying grizzly, chapter 15 monster, soars out of sight, heading straight for the party. In this instance, the players know that the face is going to attack the characters or something similar. So when the bear appears, then roll advantage. By the way, bear. So it's a flying grizzly bear.
Yeah,
Yes, it's a winged grizzly bear.
There's a lot of cool monsters in this book.
The advantage is called for, and the bear rolls a 6.5. As Fate, yes, you rolled a 6.5 on a
D20.
On an even die.
On a D10, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't think about it.
Fate notices the grizzly is a 4th level and holds 2 attacks. This is the scent you caught before. So it wasn't the rotten fish of an old giantess's vagina.
10.5, and I'm casting Hexbolt.
7.5, and I attack on segments 5, 10, and 15. On attack segment 5, I want to breathe a firebolt if I am within range.
13.5. Yes, it's best that I can get, and 10 plus 3, 1.5. One bear salami coming up. I leap up to try to cut it with my sword. I get 3 attacks per turn, same as the chameleon drake, but I want advantage, so I go first on segment 1. My shot is a 76%.
I dodge with a 52%. Next is segment 5, and the ninja and drake both go. The resulting roll indicates the bear dodges. Next is segment 6, and the mage goes.
Roll a 1. That's a clean miss.
In that case, I'm sacrificing. So you sacrifice chapter 8, and I could do it because you are actually attacking me. Furthermore, I have nothing to lose as you would in a normal sacrifice situations. Again, eat shit, motherfucker. If I fail, I won't get hit by your attack because you missed me, nah, 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 nah.
I'll be honest, I'd never fucking play with this GM.
Oh, fuck you.
No, like literally, this guy's kind of an asshole.
Yeah. Fate rolls a beam, attack, dodge, sacrifice of 89, and the chance has been lost. The turn progresses to segment 10, and the ninja attacks.
I roll a 40% of my shot.
I rolled an 18 on my beam, attack, dodge. The drake goes next. However, he will have to use the attack to move over to the prey.
I blast it. My shot is 102 total. It's a solid hit.
You can kind of see why I was confused why highs were still good in the combat, because like he'll just throw percentile chances and just assume that you know that it misses or hits. Like it's blasting my fucking brain. You get what I mean?
I roll a 61 on my dodge and fail. What's your damage?
9 900 life points times 2 for the double damage.
Checking the monster descriptions, fate finds the monster has 10,000 to 40,000 life points. The die roll indicates that this is 30,000. This is going to be a long fight. Rolling the monster's fate says fate says I'm hit for 1,800 life points. Next segment is 11, and the mage goes.
Rolling an 89, and I'm using ball lightning, which should do metabolic shock and stun him.
I roll a 65 in my dodge, and I don't make any of them. You hit me with a slow-moving blimp. I make my metabolic shock roll, and I'm not affected. Now it's segment 5 and the ninja drake attack. The resulting rolls indicate the bear is extremely lucky and dodges both of them.
Oh, I'm starting a spell that'll come off my next turn on segment 11 unless I win advantage, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. It's a second level spell, and I'm only first, but I could do it. See, using spells in Chapter 9. There will be a 10% of a spell backlash, plus an additional con point for the level above. And that spell is Manacles of McCracken. I'm gonna bondage you, bear!
Roll advantage. The resulting roll indicates the mage does not win, so the spell will go off segment 11. During segments 5 and 10, the ninja and drake try to unsuccessfully hit it. Well then, if you're casting a spell, the grizzly is not being attacked on segments 6 and 11, and he attacks on segments 6 and 11. Isn't that convenient? Rolling a d6, fate determines the bear is going to swipe at the mage. This makes sense, for the mage's hands are glowing as the spell is being cast. I'm attacking the mage with a 20 on my roll. Just barely a hit. I had 15%,
I feel like
totaling
this
35.
guy's cheating, if you're wondering.
I'm using my eye beams, the grizzly's eye beams, which are chi based, and they do 100 to 600 life points of damage. Roll your beam attack dodge.
Okay, bitch,
So
I roll
we're literally trying to
39%.
Goku
I'm
the
making.
bear.
Now I have the
Then we
occasion.
move to-
Now I have to roll my fate versus breaking concentration, and there's no point. I fail.
Then we move on to
Why
segment
would you
15,
do
and the
this on an
ninja goes
example of
first.
play? Jesus Christ!
I'm going to attempt to leap onto the bear and grab hold. Not
You'll
the
have
first time I've said that.
Yeah. You will have to roll your shot on the bear, and you grab, both of which I might dodge. And if I dodge, then you will go over the edge of the dock into the pit.
You only
Nyeh.
live a couple of times. 60% of my shot for the leap and 52% of my grab.
I roll a 90% on my dodge and an 88%. So you're on, you lucky schmuck. Sounds racist.
Oh, I get it. So dodging, God,
I don't-
the
I
attack
don't.
and then
System
no, the
doesn't
attack and then the
make
dodge. It's
sense.
just it's making my head hurt, man.
So, Drake.
All right then. Well, wait. Fuck, I left my.
Where did the ninja land?
Why does
Yeah,
the
where
bear
does
have
the ninja
flying
land?
laser eyes? Because it has Qigong powers, man.
Listen,
Yes.
this...
On the back of
I-
between the wings, her head is facing its tail. Oh, now she's got her tits back. The grizzly is almost on top of the two of you. It's about 10 feet away and 8 feet off the ground.
Look, have you not read the national novel of Canada the Bear? Of course she would be back with this, if jumping and grabbing onto a bear.
I use
Listen.
my fire blast and cook his chest through with a 53% of my shot.
I barely miss my dodge, and I don't make my fate. You do how much damage?
100 to 1,000. Clank. 1,000! Woo!
Now we roll advantage once again, and I roll 1 plus 3.5.
What you roll? Oh God.
I don't. My head is fucking pounding, man. This map.
Okay, so
I
it's-
actually
it's
have a
using the-
headache right now.
I know what they're doing. So what he did was he took from RuneQuest its initiative session concept and has attached it to the D&D session. And this has made it the worst version of both.
All right. Mage got a 10, Drake got a 3.5.
Do you know what? Do you know of a dice store that delivers a dice delight or something?
8.5.
What?
That was terrible. I'm just casting another spell because what the hell was that,
Then
man?
I attack the Drake because that was what the fuck was that? That wasn't even a joke. That's like a Denny's joke.
No. Except during the Stone Age.
I'll teach you not to yell at strangers. I roll a 94 on my shot with my laser vision.
This is like reading a book while going through a schizophrenic episode.
We're almost done.
We're almost done.
done.
I kind
Drake.
of love this.
Drake!
All right, and I think my dodge is a 12%. We move to attack segment 10. I attack after the ninja.
I'm going to use my nerve pinch to try to stun it.
I'm going to do a hard barrel roll and plunge off the side of the dock and down into the pit, trying to scrape you off the stone edge as we fall. I roll a 67. No!
Yes, you get hit with a 123%. That means I make my shot with no problem. And then I roll my chance to pinch you, 2%, and we're out of there.
I fly down after them.
Don't bother. My spell will stop. The bears fall. The ninja can jump him from there. And with that, well, I cast manacles on the bear.
Roll your Class D surprise again as soon as the ninja leaps up. The result only indicates that no one is surprised. Fate then explains, you see another flash, and out pops Grizzly number 2. Fuck you, players! Go fuck yourself! Go kill yourselves! I hate this fucking game. I'm forced to play it. I'm gonna give you another Grizzly bear that's coming out of the warp.
And it don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming.
The bear rolls an 8.5, and the turn starts with the mage. Incidentally, the bear is flying at you very quickly.
Yeah, I'm just shooting my hex bolt at it with a 64.
I'm ignoring the attack and clawing you anyway with a 91% of my shot. This tactic may be used in anyone or anything that thinks it can take the damage from the given attack. In this case, the maximum damage a hex bolt could do is 2,000 LPD. The bear's minimum of 10,000, so it's safe to assume the grizzly can take the attack. Roll your dodge, mage. I can just ignore attacks whenever I want.
Oh, crap. 97. I don't make it, but I do make the fate, though.
Well, in this case, the damage you sustain is deflected by your pack as the claws of the grizzly shredded off your back. I'm still gonna fuck you over with this. As the contents of the pack spread out, and the old piece of paper flutters out in the open. When the wind hits, the paper is forced to open, and this causes it to break with the two halves separating. The inner fold is exposed, and a gold seal catches. There's an inner fold in the moss light, and at the sight of it, the face shouts, "Stop!" and the bear vanishes. Bring that to me.
I grab the pieces and head to that door carefully.
The door opens, and a tall figure steps from the shadow. She is clothed in a robe of gray, shimmering cloth. She takes the pieces and casts a reconstruction spell on them. Once done, she asks the adventurers to read it. I cannot bear to have any hope. Please spare me the pain of the reading, lest it be another betrayal. The gold seal is the sign of my once loved Denton.
Oh, apparently the mage is also a girl, so, Dear Celinda.
I also cast the spell of sex change on you. I like more women. Aye, my name is Care Willow, and she collapses into a silent wail followed by copious tears.
Wait, Carewillow, there's more. You must forgive me, my dear, but our time has passed. For now I have met my heart's desire, and I must spend my life with her. Our time together was good, and I'll remember it always. Here's a map to the location of a small amount of treasure hidden on the island, signed Denton. Oh, wait, there's even more.
Sorry.
There's another letter.
Time out. Wait a minute. Did we just get into a transsexual lesbian gnome giantess /fic?
No.
Yes.
Well, there's transgender, there is giantess, but this seems to be a straight relationship because remember, it was the father of the.
Right. Wait, unless it's a Fuda.
We don't know how the gnome elves work.
We don't know how the gnome sexes work.
and before it turns out they work on seahorse logic.
Oh no.
So, dear Carewillow, my love, I'm sorry that I can't deliver this in person.
I was reading this. Oh. Dear Carewillow, my love, I'm sorry I can't deliver this in person, as I'm off on an adventure to make enough for the both of us to settle down in Terra and send our kids to school. I'll be back in 2 or 3 days. Love forever, Denton.
And I guess he never made it back. Biggie.
Anyone bring the violin?
I can't believe it. Denton, did you really love me? Oh my.
She went with somebody else.
Says he. Oh my guests, can you forgive me? I am eternally in your debt. Anything I can do, just name it.
Got milk?
Yes, please, do come in. She's a very gracious host, though poor. She feeds you and plays music. She explains that the map indicates a very dangerous part of the island and warns the party away until they're higher in level. and the temple was used as Denton's home after he drove the priests of Tet or Tasset away. After 1,000 thank yous, she teleports you back to the glade where Elvholm lives. He is there with your paradrake and a cold jug of crystalberry wine.
Hi, little pipsqueak. Pass the jug. Here, you got any dirty glasses?
Well, what do you do now?
Oh,
We tell-
they all say it at once like a fucking
Yes.
hive mind. What?
We all tell the elf
We all
home the
tell the
story.
Elvholm the
and
story.
drink
We
the
drink
wine.
the wine
the
and head for
wine,
home,
we have
promising to
promises
return
to
soon
return
as we
soon,
can and avoiding
we
any
can avoid
encounters.
any
I was not
encounters.
tortured
Have
by the
any
U.S.
good-
government as a project for MK Ultra. What are you talking
How many
about?
gravy points do we get?
Well, the ninja gets an extra point for saving the chameleon drake, half a point for the Nigel, and ×2 for the paradrake the first time, and 3 more for when the control emotion spell was cast. That's 9.5 points for the flying grizzly, plus for the flying grizzly that was subdued. The grizzly is worth 4 gaming points. Dividing the adventure is total for the adventure is 12.5. Dividing that by 3 equals about 4.16 each. That's enough to raise the party 1 level. See the chapter. She's chapter 2, rising levels. You don't run into anything on the way home. You see the worst werestorm ahead. What do you do?
We fly
We can
through,
fly
starting in as high as we
starting
can,
as
or
high as
as
we
high
can,
as the
as high
paradrake
as
can
the
lift
paradrake
us.
can lift us.
You pass through within 2 hours of entering. The paradrake is a strong flyer. Once inside, you feel the paradrake lifted. You see one of the Terra Police anti-gravity cars. A door opens. The policeman yells, "Need any help?"
Nope.
Nope.
Then Terra Airport will telekinetically carry you in. Have a nice day.
Fate, we want to return and buy as many weapons as we got money for. Plus, the ninja mage and I have to return to school to raise in levels. So let's go, for we've got a world ship to tame.
No, we've a world ship to tame. The end. Here the story pauses until the adventurers arise to do battle another day. This is a simple example of a game from beginning to end. The time required to play an entire adventure can be as short as half an hour or as long as 365 days. It's up to you.
You can't play it for
And
longer
we're
than
fucking
365
done.
days.
We're done. Holy fuck, what the fucking hell was that?
We are
have
not going to
even
cover
reached
character creation.
Page 20.
I'm gonna.
That was just the first chapter.
You know what?
We have to do this book chapter by chapter at this point
This
because,
is
like, there's no other way to
fantastic.
digest
Yeah.
this. That is the most
Jimmy is,
alien.
like, yeah,
We ain't fucking doing any more of Amber. I think we covered enough of that piece of shit.
but Tech, continue.
This entire section is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Chapter 1 is long
9
enough that it
pages.
might. We might be able to do a couple of chapters per.
This is like 10 pages of a sample adventure.
It is the longest sample I've ever seen,
and
in
it
terms
is
of
in
an example of play.
triple column layout.
Which, if you're wondering, means it's closer to 15 pages.
Yeah. And character creation has 22 steps.
22.
It's still not as bad as Fatal. I've actually gone through it. It's rough, but it's not as bad.
Rough, but it's not as bad as Fatal. I want to know, this is your example to show your best foot forward. And outside of the fact that there's flying grizzly bears with laser eyes.
Well, don't
what
forget,
the fuck
ninjas use beam weaponry, and they can spontaneously change gender.
And
right.
you also have just the fact that every time you see a creature, you have to roll to determine its hit points. It doesn't have a set hit point.
Well, no, it does. It has a floor and a ceiling, and here's the thing. I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate because I can see the ideas that were in it, and I like the idea of variable HP when it comes to monsters.
But it's such a wide range of variable HP.
Yeah, that 10 to 40,000 life point shit is horse crap.
It's using goddamn moon logic for the life point system.
Well, I mean, if you divide it by 10, by 100, you get what it should be, probably.
Yeah, this is correct. This is an alien's interpretation of an RPG.
Also, the example of play has the second worst DM I have ever seen besides Amber. It just arbitrarily punishes the player.
You're just an asshole.
They just have things happen out of nowhere.
I mean, this is coming, I think, from a time where the DM was supposed to be
yes and no.
conflicting.
Yes and
Yeah,
no. You were
but
supposed to
not
be
this
against
way.
them, but no. It was the point of a GM, even back then, was you want them to succeed. You do want to kill them, but you're not being hostile actively. Like you assist them when they ask, but basically you hoist them on their petard. If the guy says, "Wait, I check for traps," most DMs usually would say, "Oh, you didn't roll yet, so okay, make your check trap rolls before you open it." If they open it, then fuck you. You too late, buddy. You know. I would say that I find this fascinating. I have a soft spot for this. I actually was not sure how we were going to cover this because holy shit. It's actually
I
I
think
wanted to cover this for like at least a couple of years.
This is one of the classics of like what the fuck game design.
Well, and
And
here's the worst part. You can see the internal logic. Like the life point system was
uh,
his attempt to make a more variable, like a more swingy form of
H
HP.
a more not really a swingy, a more he's trying to
A
make
nuanced
a
take on damage.
simulationist. And that's the weird thing about this, right? Like you can see where his ideas are going.
Because he's going, I think that it, like, as it stands, Dungeons and Dragons doesn't arbitrate health more accurately enough. Because
and
object,
there's no
like, let's say
cyborgs in it too.
you can't counter for objects conditions, which he does. He factors that in with the rotten door. You can't account for scales of damage because a knife hit with a child is different from a knife hit by like a fucking Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like you
which
can
is what
see
strength
it.
modifier is supposed to represent, but whatever. The
And he's
the
using
the point
game
is he's
principles at the time because I always forget because I'm more of a 3.5 player that it wasn't until relatively recently that everything stayed high. I always forget that because when I
right.
think of dodge rolls, I think, well, you want to be able to beat the high. Like if they're rolling high, you want to roll high
Remember,
on
roll
dodge.
under systems are still very common. It's just that everything in that system is roll under for the most part, aside from like damage values.
Except for Dungeons and Dragons, which it is skills are low and attacks are high, which is what it's borrowing heavily from, and I don't blame them. It's really weird though when dodge, which is considered, this is why I don't understand this. Dodge in most combat maneuvers, I think, should also operate like that.
Yeah,
I don't mind skills being low and attacks being high. But if it's
this whole
combat, it should all be straight high.
look, reading out this adventure section just gives you an idea of how moon logic all this is.
Not only moon logic, but
Just
you have attack fields, which is their version of initiative. Is basically it is the unholy love child of Shadowrun's phases and
it,
RuneQuest's ticking
Yeah.
clock mechanic.
The other thing
And
also
someone
is
mentioned another one. I forget what it
Shadowrun
was.
2.
No, someone mentioned another one called like Jorgen Quest or something like that, which came out at around the same time period, which did the same thing.
The other issue is the constant flipping him back and forth
Also, what
from
does the half
book.
mean? He never explained that for initiative. What
never,
did the in
you're
half
right.
mean?
That's never explained. Why the fuck are they halves?
Why do we have so many
Does that
skills
wait?
like
Is one and two?
interrogation resistance? Like
No.
you can't just put that under like a wisdom check.
Also, how does your successful roll counter theirs? Is it by degrees of success? Because Warhammer, the way Warhammer Fantasy role
He's
playing did,
linking all of the sections of the book to explain concepts, and he never explains that.
because here's an example, because this has happened in a lot of percentile games where you can both succeed and the winner is the person with the greater degrees of successes, which are based on tenths. So like let's say I'm playing a crazy chaos man in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and I'm about to slice your fucking head off, right? I roll like a you want to roll under your skill. Like say I get 2 degrees of success because I roll like a 40 on my 60 to hit, right? And you dodge. You get like a 55 out of 35. Well, 55 out of 30. Because you have the bigger difference, I think traditionally that means you soak it. You don't take the damage. Because the way is you arbitrate it by how much greater your success is versus theirs. They don't do that. They don't explain any of this. I mean, they do, but it's like in the woodwork of the book. And it's not entirely sane. That's the weird thing. The best way to describe it is it's like a beautiful mind. Like it's watching a schizophrenic try to do calculus equations. There is a logic, like when you start at the beginning and you're plotting the limit and you're doing your 3-dimensional math format. There's a logic in there. There is a sanity in the numbers. But the approach they're doing, because their understanding of reality is busted, means you're not going to get why they got to where they were. It makes sense to them, but not to you.
Exactly. Like, if, again, as I've said before, if
In
Raven
vampire
McCracken,
terms, someone mentioned it's like a Malkavian designed a game. I would say it's like a Malkavian that has very strong connections to the cobwebs, consulting it to
I
design a
would
game.
I would say that this is a game that was made by one very specific person for one very specific person, and he decided in his infinite generosity to share it with the rest of us. And God bless him for it, because this is one of the greatest examples of RPG design in terms of how to make a system that no one will understand ever given.
I mean, by that logic too, Francis E. Deck was set out to enlighten the masses by telling us about the communist computer gangster god worldwide order on the far side of the moon. He shared that with us for free too.
I want to understand how schizo this is. There's a section on runes.
Yes.
What language do you think the runes are in?
It depends.
Irish.
Hebrew.
What?
Fair enough.
I mean, the planet is called Shalom, so
I don't disagree
Hebrew,
with it.
and I'm looking at this, and some of these letters are not Hebrew.
I imagine it's a weird mixture of Furthark and Hebrew.
Probably.
So yeah, this book is insane. I love it. I don't know if we'll cover more of it next week, because I don't know if the rest of these guys can handle it. I would love to cover part 2 next week, but I don't know if they can handle it.
I mean, if we're doing a series on this, like, we
are going to, but I don't know if you can handle this again next week.
Like, I don't know if anyone can handle back-to-back of this. Like
I can, because I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, some of the other stuff I'm seeing here, they do have a phased plasma rifle.
In the 40-watt range?
It doesn't say. No.
Doesn't clarify.
It's no, in the 300 range.
Oh, yeah, they determine it's based on the EG score. How much battery cells do you need?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of fucking...
Metric Steel has also commented, I bet you the dude who made Temple OS would love this game. Terry A. Davis might like it, but for the fact that the understanding of God being a different title would probably be something he would not like.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna be honest, I like the kind of crazy where it's like, okay, we're doing a fantasy thing, magic this shit, and then the police show up and direct you to the airport.
Well, the best way to describe it is this is an example of post-apocalyptic sci-fi fantasy. Sci-fantasy.
You see this on occasion in other settings. I think one of the best examples of this actually is 40K. 40K is kind of an example of this.
40K Rifts. I mean, Rifts
does that as well.
I mean, this is like the peak of that.
Yeah.
In terms of television show, just as a shitpost, Thundar the Barbarian is an excellent example of this genre.
Yor.
I was about to say it. Yor,
Hunter from the Future is also an excellent example of this. Zardoz is also an example.
Yeah,
Zardoz. And honestly, you could, if you ran it entirely mythologically, but Mad Max.
You could.
Like, as we see it, no, but like, come on.
If you decide to remember, because later versions of the movies, like as you go further, they start showing mutants. You could give those mutants magic, and it would be an example of that.
And he rides upon a black horse. A black horse of fury.
Another one that could do this is the Foundation series.
Foundation is another excellent example of this.
Because there is the mutant psyker, the mule.
And this is why I actually like the setting concept. The mechanics are what cripple this.
The setting is so goddamn unique to this. Just because
you
it's so
are
crazy.
on a world engine. The Mars was hollowed out and turned into, because there's the surface world, and then there's the hollow world internally, which is the heart, which is Earth. Terra is Earth that has been irradiated by the star engines.
Well, no, Terra's a city on the hollowed out world. Actually,
on the
I don't know
surface
if
of the
they're on the
hollowed world.
hollowed out. I don't know where they are.
There's the surface, and then there is the subsurface. There's the hollow Earth, and then you see the thing that surrounded Earth.
And remember, despite all this, there are
As
now
it orbits,
elves,
as it
dwarves,
orbits Shalom,
ninjas, Amazons, superheroes, giants.
the weremen.
Dragons, you can play as dragons.
You can play as dragons. You can all. There's a lot of
And I
weird
will be
creatures.
honest, the flying bear.
There's a
The
lot of good
flying bear
monsters in here too.
It's one of the greatest monsters.
There's a lot of good monsters in this.
Because
I
it
think-
reminds me of there was a cheat in what was it, Age of Empires 2 or was it Age of Mythology?
Age of
Where
Mythology.
you could type in oh Canada and you get the flying laser bear.
I think it was.
Yeah,
I think it was
no,
Age of
I want you to
Mythology.
understand, these grizzly bears, they have wings.
Yes,
They have
do.
wings.
They
and
are
they
10
shoot
to 15
lasers
feet in
from their
length.
eyes.
They shoot laser beams, and they fire twice or 10 times a day. They are a
Yep.
very intelligent species. They're goddamn flying grizzly bears with laser eyes. Everybody, like that is a fucking gift.
Oh, hey,
Of
Pagan Pilot
batshit
also missed out.
insane fiction.
Pagan Pilot also had to fix the world engine. What did you miss?
I love it.
15 pages of a really horrible example of play. I will say that you will probably find the rest of this book more interesting because you'll look at the mechanics, go, huh? But then you'll see there's a logic to it that makes you go, okay, I get where you're going, but why this way?
It runs on adventure game logic.
I
Where the
I love
designer
this
knows
book.
exactly why you need that one little piece of to solve this really complicated puzzle, but for the life of you do not understand why you do.
This would be the
It only
equivalent.
makes sense in the context.
The best way to imagine this is there's a great segment in the All Guardsmen Party where they buy a ship, and the native engineers that have lived on it for generations essentially have their own version of shorthand and glyphs that explain everything about the ship. This is kind of that. You're given this manuscript of all of this weird shit that makes no sense, but you have no context for it. That's what this book is.
It's a goddamn giant mutant thunder lizard. It has electricity breath.
Oh, what did you miss in the last part of the sample adventure? The GM was a salty bitch and was trying to kill them with flying bears. It was funny. And then it culminated in them getting milk and cookies before going back to the gnome dude. They then got pulled over by space cop. And that's another thing, you got to give Synnibarr this. You could have a party where you have a SWAT cat, a kung fu ninja, and space cop. That's a viable party, as well as a big dragon as a friend. You can also become God.
A god.
You can start the game as God.
Yeah.
I want to note this.
There's a
You
lot
can
of
start the game as a god.
See, as we've gone through, at least we're only on page 21. Like, it's gonna get crazier from here, at least in some respects. I don't know what we're doing next week because I personally would love to do the next chapter, like just get more of this done, because I like this book. It's entertainingly crazy.
There appears to be a
Dude,
tiger shark with legs.
Yes, there are. That's why
You
I
mean
don't mind
Garchomp?
it. Anyone else have any suggestions? Because I don't know if you
Oh,
guys can handle it.
We gotta continue this. We gotta puzzle through. November's gonna be
I'm
reserved
convinced-
in a bar.
Fuck yeah,
I'm
okay.
concerned
Next
that we-
week we're doing more of this.
I'm concerned we're all gonna die playing this fucking game.
I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna enjoy this with a smile. I have been wanting to cover this for a while. I always found it kind of hard to do because it is just a very difficult book to get your head around. Because I don't think it's a madness mantra. It's a madness text. It's great. So yeah, next week character creation. We might be able to swing another chapter. We don't know. It's pretty fucking dense. This one might be This one might actually be. I don't know how many parts. I have no clue how many parts. So yeah, the ship moves, and welcome to Shalom. Have a great night,
Enjoy
everyone.
your stay.